Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, the world champ, Christopher Duarte.
You're still muted, bro.
I'm not, Ben, I'm not muted, Ben. I'm here talking.
He's not muted, Ben.
Yeah,
I'm not muted,
Ben. You just ruined that one.
Ben, did you just ruin my intro?
Yeah, I did. I ruined your intro. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some of the best analysis of the game from Christopher Duarte, the world champ himself, Parasite. We got the one and only, the multi-world champion, the multi-champion. Give it up for the legend, the icon, Patrick Price, a.k.a. Ace. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank, who just intervened during my intro. Give it up for Benji. Gentlemen, how we feeling, man? Sam, let's start with you, man. You got your hands on your head. What's going on?
Great,
You
dude.
chilling,
that
bro.
that was awesome. We had a mute in the first intro. We had a Len in the second one. I'm feeling fantastic, Tom.
Hey, Ben
I'm
thought I
feeling
was
high
muted,
on
bro.
top
He
of the
thought-
world right now.
Sam, I'm glad you're doing well, man. Good to see you as always. Pat, how you feeling, Pat?
I'm good, Tom. Back home after a little work trip, but things are going good, man.
That's good, Pat. That's really good. I know you were traveling, and I really appreciate you joining up on your phone the last couple of days. I know you've been very busy, so shout out to the Slayer. Ben, you been all right, bro? You've been doing good. What are you wearing? Is that an Atlanta FaZe jersey? What are you wearing right now? What is that?
No,
Oh,
it's
never
a
mind. That's
FaZe
not Atlanta
Optic.
FaZe. Oh, it is Atlanta FaZe. Is that FaZe?
No, it's the FaZe champion hockey jersey.
That's fire. I fuck with that.
I don't
It's
know.
clean.
I think Seabass gave it to me. I don't remember how I got this. Anyway.
Hey, shout out to you guys.
No, I've been good. I mean, today was a great sports day. Obviously, you know, my New York Rangers won a nice one today. We watched Real
Ala
Madrid.
Madrid.
Big game winner from Bellingham at the end of that game. A tap-in merchant, some might say. And yeah, I mean, this was certainly one of the weekends of COD of all time. I wouldn't say that. I don't know. We had a lot of teams not showing up this weekend.
Yeah, it was
So
a weird weekend
hopefully
for
next
sure.
week is a little bit better.
We'll get into it. Duarte, how you feeling, Duarte? Beard's looking good. Eyebrows looking
Thanks.
phenomenal. How
Thanks,
you doing?
man. I'm good, but honestly, I thought yesterday was supposed to be the faded flank, not today.
It's faded flank every day. There's a lot of weird series going on here. I think we can all agree there's been some weird maps and some interesting matchups. But long weekend. We're going to hop right into it. Not going to waste any time. If you guys do want to ask a question at the end of the show, go to the ZooMAFIA Twitter community over there. Ask your question, like the best ones, and we'll answer some questions before we hop on out of here. But let's hop into the first series of the day. We got the Carolina Royal Ravens going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. This ended up being a 3-0 sweep for the Carolina Royal Ravens. We'll slide down. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. You can already see Gwyn doing his thing. TJ, what a masterclass today. Sam, we'll start with you. What did you think about the Carolina LAG series? Chris said skip. No skipping series, guys. No skipping series. Sam's laughing it up. Go ahead, Sam.
Dude, this is LAG's biggest fan saying to skip, dude. Holy shit, this is not an arc I saw
For
coming.
good reason, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Carolina played really good Call of Duty today. I got nothing negative to say about it. Fellow, despite the -1, actually impressed me today. I thought he played a great series. Tej, obviously the 1.2 doing his thing. Yeah, no, LAG are just my ass. They are horrible. They are, yeah. I mean, they're fucking terrible.
All right, Chris, what did you think about the series? These are your guys, Chris. This is Los Angeles Gorillas. These are your guys. I know you've had high hopes for these guys.
Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna make excuses for them. They're getting cooked. They're getting cooked.
But what's the problem, Chris? I mean, these are guys you've had these guys like rated pretty highly. I feel like going into
Bro,
the
they
year.
just-
I mean, you
They
love
get
these guys.
3-0. They get 3-0 to every single game, bro. Like their ass.
Their ass. Benjay, what do you think?
I mean, on the Carolina side, I agree with some of the earlier sentiment that they played great today. They got some good contribution from their ARs. I know we've been critical of that. I thought TJ also played excellent today, so I want to tip that from Tej. I think on the LG side is the same shit we've talked about, bro. They have a tiny map pool, and either Assault or Diamond Con's getting shit on in each series, and I just don't know what else to say. Let's see that we haven't already said about their personnel and how that's going to limit their ability to win these series online. I don't care if you're winning, you know, top 6 at LAN. Like, you can't drop 70 CDL points a split and expect to make it to champs.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean, we've been talking about LAG week after week now. I mean, Pat, what are your thoughts? LAG to get 3-0'd here by Carolina. What's going on with these guys?
Well, I don't know what's going on with him, but I did think it was weird that I saw a Fame tweet that said like nothing's been the same since the major, but like these guys were horrible before the major as well.
He tweeted that.
Yeah. So I'm a little confused on what they think is going on in this camp. For me, this team just sucks. They've always sucked. They need a roster change badly. Chris is saying it's never going to happen, so we'll see you next year. LAG. Like I have no faith in this squad. I don't know if any of you guys do, but
Not really.
Assault put the ass in Assault today. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus
I don't think there's any hope for this squad.
Tom, what were you saying? You said that some of the you're talking the FaZe
Well,
FaZe Black guys.
I know the FC Black guys because I remember talking to Exceed and Bracken talking to them. 'Cause this is when we were going through team changes like a couple weeks ago, and I don't know how we got into the conversation, but I remember them saying that Los Angeles Guerrillas are never going to change. I remember them saying that their organization they're not making any changes for the whole year. They made that very clear. They're sticking with this roster through thick and thin.
Great strategy.
Yeah, and I just it's not obviously not playing off for them right now. And I know they have somebody on the bench, Flames, right? Fletch was on the bench for LAG. And maybe they'll bring him in, but even if they do, I don't see it moving the needle at all. Do you guys? Do you guys see that moving the needle? I don't.
No.
So yeah, LAG is just in a really tough spot. They're just not looking good at all, and they're not changing. So I agree, Pat. On to next year. It's pretty much over for these guys, unless they can somehow just miraculously turn it around. I don't know. Go ahead,
Tom,
Pat.
at least they got their buyout or their buy-in back, and the debt is no longer have to be paid. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
Go LAG.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
some
everybody got that
positivity
back.
to look forward to. Yeah, but especially them, right?
Yeah,
Like
especially
because they
for
ain't
sure.
got nothing going.
No, definitely not. It is what it is. LAG is getting pooped. And then on the other side for Carolina, Sam, I agree. I thought Fellow stepped up today. Granted, he didn't have a 1 I had a point on 8, but I thought he had his moments today where I thought Fellow was like making plays and doing what he had to do for Carolina. I think TJ, if he can continue to play like this, I called the TJ masterclass in the search. I mean, I think we all know what TJ brings to the table when it comes to search. But if he continues to play the way he's doing, even in the respawns, I mean, I can see Gwyn and TJ being a really strong duo if TJ can keep this up. And we know what TJ brings to the table. But what were your thoughts on Carolina? We talked about LAG being shit, but do you think Carolina has improved a lot? I feel like they're gotten better. They're 6-2 after all moving into the same building. 6-2 online. What do you think about that? You think that's a factor or no?
6-2 map count or
No, series count.
Series count. They're 6-2
Including
ever since
Lane.
they started.
This is while they're all
ever
in the
since they
same.
moved
No,
in.
it's while they're all in the same room. They're 6-2.
Yeah, Sam, you think that affected them in a positive way, all being in the
Oh, of
same
course.
room, better internet?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that shit
It's
helps.
better quality of practice. You can remove a lot of the even if it is like more of a mental thing, you can remove like how you think about online Call of Duty with like ping and just how you go about it. It's a mentality shift. So when they all can show up to the same room, like practice, improve, watch VOD, just be together, build team chemistry, it's always going to be a positive. So I'm happy these guys are seeing some success right now. I don't know how that's going to carry going forward. I know they beat New York, but I'm hoping that we can get some different teams looking good because it's been like kind of the same for the majority of the year. And I think even if they lose out, that we had two or three teams last split make winners with 2 wins. And them and Seattle both already have 2. So depending how the rest of the stage pans out, they could have winners right now.
Yeah, which is always interesting, getting winners with that amount of wins. But Chris, what do you think? Chris, what do you think? What do you think of Carolina?
Yeah, I feel like they've definitely gotten better. They've improved their search game. That was their weakest game mode at the first stage. They were terrible at it. Second stage didn't look as good, and then they went to land. They played a lot better in it, and then they've been carrying that forward. Up until this point. So, yeah, I think this team has improved a lot. We'll see how they continue to develop. I'm glad to see them start to kind of turn it around because I feel like these guys did have potential, especially with Gwyn on the roster, and I feel like the team was kind of doing him a disservice, and but now they're looking a lot better. So hopefully they continue to do so. But I think the main thing about them all just being in the same place is it just allows them to lock in way harder, like because that's like their day to day. It's almost like their entire life, right? They're not from there, so like most of the time they're probably either hanging out with each other or they're just locking in on COD regardless. So
Yeah. By the way, I think we might have got that stat wrong. Somebody in the chat said it's 6-2 map count. Is it map count or series count? It's series count, right? I thought it was series count.
Fellow said series count in his interview, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I don't know. I could just be getting one guide by Chiefy in the chat, but I thought it was 6-2 series count. But if I'm wrong, just let me know. Ben, what do you think about Carolina?
I think they have looked, and these last 2 weeks, I've been impressed with their ability to battle in this series. I thought this was a very clean one against LAG. I think it's keep plugging away at what they're working on and keep getting better every day. They can continue to, look as good as they are in search and get this consistency from their ARs. I mean, their upcoming schedule, I'm really excited. These next 3 matches, Thieves, Toronto, and FaZe. Like, if they can find a way somehow to win 2 of these, I'll feel great about Carolina. But there's an opportunity where they win the Steve series and they lose to Toronto and FaZe and ROKKR, and we'll see. But I think they have an opportunity to get top 6 going forward, which some of the teams right now in the 7th and 8th spot, Carolina now in the champ spot, I think they can give themselves a cushion going into Major 4 instead of chasing the pack.
Yep. Pat, Carolina, they impressing you at all? I feel like Wynn's been obviously the superstar for these guys, but they found a lot of wins recently ever since moving in together. Are you thinking they're turning over a new leaf here, Pat, or do you think it's still going to be the same old story with them?
I think they're better.
They look better.
Yeah, I think they're better. I mean, obviously, regardless, even if this team was all in Texas, all in Cali, like being in one location, especially server side like wise, because they had talked about it, like they were pretty split before, so they were never really playing like a fully fair game online. So I think that helps a ton no matter what. But yeah, I mean, I just my problem with this team is like, obviously we've talked about how they get a little bit better on LAN, but they're super inconsistent. We've seen moments, but I just feel like at the end of the day, they're going to battle against the top teams. And I still don't know yet if they're going to be able to perform against good teams consistently. And I don't necessarily mean the top 4, but even the better teams we talk about that are clutching for 5, 6. Like right now, I don't think they're bottom 4, which is solid, but I still think they rely on Gwyn doing some insane shit to win like important series.
The thing about this team though is their S&D is starting to get better, and that's kind of the game mode they need to edge out here against like some of the teams that they're fighting for. Like I think LAT is starting to get better, and they're a pretty good search team. You look at the Boston camp; they got an edge on them because their S&D is better and Boston's is terrible. ROKKR, they're kind of a new team, so that's kind of like the only team that's kind of a question mark for me. But then like obviously with Seattle and how we don't expect them to really like continue to this, and LAG on the fall off, like they're just like, I feel like they're in a really good spot to kind of take over that like 5 through 6 if they continue to perform this way online, and they already did it on LAN. So that's at least how I feel about them.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. We got some clips from the series. First is coming in from the P2 to the P3. This is the first map on 6-star. We were just looking at some of the spawns coming in. I remember during the watch party where everybody started talking about the spawns here in this moment. You can kind of see how Toronto, those back spawns are pretty sticky, but even these Tiki spawns that come in, and then somebody spawns across the map, there's a little inconsistent spawns here on 6-star. Duarte, I see you looking at it, analyzing it. I mean, what do you think happened here with the spawns? Can you describe this?
Game's ass.
Thank you so much for your analysis.
No, I'm serious. This map has had a lot of questionable spawns. I've seen a lot of them on Twitter. You see a lot of them in matches. I don't really know what causes them. But yeah, it's not the map layout's fine. I think the hills are pretty okay. The spawns on this are just questionable.
Yeah, like even right here, I feel like right here, right? Like once Assault gets out and they win this fight, I feel like that back spawn should be open here. You know, and this is probably where the next guy should have spawned up. I mean, and then LAG, they spawn it. They do spawn there, and then it blocks that. So LAG does get that spawn. I like to play from Assault to give up the back here. But they didn't end up flipping these at all because they just get that close Tiki spawn. But yeah, Chris, this game's ass. These spawns don't make any sense. You're also muted, Chris. Go ahead.
In all honesty, though, the reason why it happened is just because Assault is literally blocking the spawn. So like once number one, Assault, he gets there, he's blocking that spawn, so he spawns 5 deep. There's actually 2 spawn. That's the thing about this map or this hill is there's 2 spawns, right? You see LAG spawning on one now. It's like right by that statue. It's a little close to P2, and then there's the one deeper. So that's why there's inconsistency. There's just like, I hate that about this game is how there's like multiple spawns on one side of the map. So like you just get splits all the time when in reality, I feel like there should just be one cluster on one side, one cluster on the other side, a fuck you spawn that's like when both are blocked, and then like maybe a severe emergency spawn. But like that's pretty much it. Like
right here, Chris, shouldn't the Carolina players spawn up in the back here, like back P2 in a perfect scenario?
The first player to spawn should.
Because they gave it up. They gave up the back spawn.
Yeah, but they're not blocking the front spawn yet. That's the problem.
Bro, the egregious spawn is actually not this one. Play this clip out, Tom. Do nothing and play the rest of this clip out.
It was a good play from Assault to get out, though. It just
because I also want to get Chris's thoughts on what happens at the literally once this next hill pops.
Oh, when the next hill pops?
Yeah, watch play this clip out.
And then you can see LAG. They get the double spawn in the back, and then things get a little hectic going over towards P3. What happens here, Benjay? There's a weird spawn that happens here.
Let it play out.
Okay.
This is pretty.
Yeah, right there.
So
when they just spawn in the middle of everybody. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, one more time.
That's because everything's blocked.
Yeah,
Everything's being blocked right now.
The hill's white and everything's blocked.
Hill's white, everything's blocked. It's chalked.
Yeah, 5's basically blocking both spawns. There's only that's the thing. Dude. It's just there shouldn't be two spawn points in the back. Like it's just pointless.
Yeah,
it just creates that. It creates those scenarios.
Yeah, agreed. Then we go into the second. Unless Sam, Pat, you got anything to say on that?
No, I think Chris kind of hit it on the head there.
And then we go into the second P1. Just wanted to highlight Fellow here. This is where Fellow just goes fucking insane. Pops a big 2-piece here on rotation. Tyler Fellow was able to go on a nice little spree here, just dipping and diving, switching lanes, playing his life. I mean, this is what we want to see from Tyler, man. If Tyler can keep this up, if some of these guys can pick up the pace and play COD like this, I mean, I could see Carolina actually turning some heads and continuing to win some of these series. Just wanted to highlight Tyler Fellow because I thought this was a big swing mode in the game where he just goes crazy on the P1, goes on a 6 spree, ends up getting that cruise missile, and Carolina were able to build their lead pretty hefty here. So just good plays from Tyler Fellow there. And then I wanted to go into the P2. This was a perfect break here for Carolina. We could kind of break it down. You guys can let me know what you guys think. Take a look. I'm going to let it play out. This is when the next hill just pops. LAG, they have the perfect setup. They got one guy watching outskirts, guy in hill, guy blocking the back. They have a guy cutting mid-map. And Carolina, they decided to just flood through front. They were able to solo out Assault. He didn't have anybody there for the trades. 2 guys on hill, backup vent. I think the tax came in and it kind of forced him out. I don't know what the hell happened.
The guy that
there.
was blocking the back ended up flooding through mid to the vent.
Instead
of going around to fill the first blood number 2.
Yeah.
Instead of Fame filling where Assault died, he went through mid.
Yeah, and he comes through vent, and it's like double flooding through vent. I mean, you're just asking to die doing that. And other than that, I mean, I felt like it was too easy for Carolina there too. Just a waltz to the front. Like I don't think Assault should be just preeming outer like this, taking a 1-on-1.
4 should be taking the first gunfight.
Bro,
in this
I'm gonna
setup.
keep it a buck. The way the spawns are on this hill, even on P1 in transition to P2, they're spawning P3. If somebody goes, look at where number 2's watching. If somebody goes around that, honestly, bro, good fucking play.
Let him.
Let them flip yourself for next hill.
Yeah.
They need you. I don't think I've actually seen a team go around the back on this hill.
Because spawning the back on this hill is dog shit.
I have yet to see this shit happen. Why are we watching that? Go stack front, have one guy cut mid, and then call it a day. If they go around the back, let them flip themselves.
Yeah.
Bro, I think there's 2 options here. One is 2 gives out the back and helps the front of the hill, like Chris said, or he just runs through mid and they just double push down pool stairs. There's no incentive to hold the back. Granted, the hill just popped, but you want to play for this P2 to P3 chain regardless.
You gotta
I think if you overload mid here or help the front, I think he could have done either, and he did.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie though, that route, if they spawn P3, because on P1 they're spawning like P3 back statue area. If somebody hits that route, bro, like you want it more or something, bro. Like have fun.
No one's
like,
hitting that, dude.
No one is hitting that, bro. I've yet to see that.
No one's
Everyone
hitting
just
that. They're running
front.
through mid. They're running through mid if they're
It's
getting
so
it.
true, Sam.
It's
The
the front.
back spawn is terrible. If you think about it, if you're playing from pool in front and they're spawning
It's easy
in the
to,
back,
bro. You're staring at a vent and you're staring at a
vent
staircase.
and a ladder, like that back like jump up. Like it's like these 2, unless they go outskirts. But even outskirts, like there's so many off angles.
You play your first wave from the back spawn, like how LAG is right now, and you want to flip. You want to chain P2 to P3 because if you do, 9 times out of 10 you probably win the map because it's such an important chain.
It was also a big win from Clay mid-map.
Yeah, Clay won a big fight, but they just need to pressure out one of the sides. Like the fact that Adam was the first person to die in this setup, like their info was dying in the front of the hill. Like you're never gonna hold a hill in that.
You see, Adam got caught running away as well. Like he starts shooting, he starts running away, and he gets shot in the back too.
Like Esriel's playing this off angle, gets tacked, so he has to run away. Like it was just the setup broke down.
Yeah, great break from the Carolina Royal Ravens. As soon as they break this P2, I mean, they just continue to extend their lead. That was a massive break from them. And then we move on. We got a listen-in from the Carolina Royal Ravens. We actually all thought they sounded great in this listening. So let's tune into Carolina and see how these guys sound.
I'm Damacon dead. I'm coming, Tita.
One's close right. He just ran to the right, pretty sure. Yeah, he's Fame, close right, really weak.
I'll come middle with
He
you
ran
guys.
into you. Got great
Yeah, you
timing.
can
You guys got great timing. I'm gonna streak. I'm gonna streak, bro.
The mid lobby,
I'm gonna streak.
yeah,
Yeah,
streak,
whoa,
still. Close right, there.
I'm streaking.
Starting
Yo,
on the
one in the back, 2 deep in the back, one at a time. 2 deep in the back, one at a time. I'm going for
One
this
bar
guy.
time,
I got one shot in lobby. One shot in lobby hit
Alright,
middle.
yo, yo,
Assault, one shot
take your
middle.
time. Go together. Go
Assault, one
together.
shot middle.
DJ, yep.
Let's go mid.
I'm gonna go blue. I'm gonna go blue. I'm gonna
Fade
go
in
blue.
time.
DJ. One shot, one bullet, DJ. To your left, two.
I go.
Send him
Nice,
out,
good
send him
on
out.
you. I can fly.
Yeah, I'm working front.
Absolutely here, but I'm
Send
trying
him
to
close,
push.
close. On the bar, on the bar.
Wood stairs, on a half a week.
Wood stairs, back,
Nice,
elbow,
nice,
elbow,
nice.
left kid, elbow, left kid.
Back elbow still.
We need a row.
Yeah, it's money, though.
I got one.
Right,
One more behind the
I
desk.
keep him off. I can test. It's high roads. You're not behind
I
that.
got
Yeah.
two.
Nice.
One more at all, two at all, two at all. That's
Last year,
your own
done.
fame. Yeah, that's your own fame at all. I'm sending over long
I'm
getting
you,
statue.
I'm pointing
I have statue.
Listen,
One down me, Fame.
Okay. One deep long on me.
Send over mid.
Deep long, diamond con. Nothing hit our mid
I think
stairs.
he hit our mid. I think he hit our mid. Fame.
80 left.
Go around. Two here. Diamond con here too.
I
He
didn't
ran
know
back.
my-
I'm back on your
back
bar
up.
side.
I got
Okay, he's gonna be you.
I got time.
Okay, go.
I got time, Terry. Do whatever you want.
I'll look for you.
I'm having them back now.
Okay. Trove. I'm closing these doors.
I have you for you. I have your.
Okay.
You can
They're
play
going around the back, guys.
Yeah, I'm playing the deep back corner.
Yo,
I'll
one
be-
deep you. There's 2 you, I think.
I have
Fame
you
and
up here.
someone else.
I can help you guys.
No. Help him.
Okay.
Help him.
I
They're
don't
going
see
around the back. I
anything,
have you. I have all of you. I have all of you now.
He's here, teach.
Yeah,
They're going
There's
around.
two
They're
on me,
going.
teach.
One
Two on me,
you
they're
dead.
pushing me. They're pushing me.
I got one.
One more in deep back on me. I stunned it. He's in, weak. One shot in. Oh, laying down dead. Nice, let's
Nice.
go.
Good fucking shit
I
out.
have
I'm
you.
one in the back. One more in the back.
I have you. I'll get a choke
Yeah,
on
yeah,
hill.
okay.
One more in the back on me, guys. Two. They spawned here.
No, I'm on the stairs.
I have you again.
They're crossing you guys.
I'm getting in
That's going to do it for the listening for the Carolina Royal Ravens. I thought they sounded great. Just like
Bro,
the
their
small talk.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was great to listen to.
They sounded really good, but I don't like the streak, bro. They should have gone around that.
Yeah, the
back
streak was a
long ball.
little rogue. Tyler, I think he's a little quick trigger on
Bro,
that
if
one.
you got a streak and you're trying to break that hill, you got to go around the back long haul and just like wait for the streak, because you can actually streak that back statue and you can streak that what is it called, like the lobby room? I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell the call outs are. So you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they could have blocked the spawn. Instead, they rushed the streak to the front and they just got pincered in from the back and the hill. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Other than
I
that,
love
they
listening
sound
though, bro.
good.
They
Yeah.
sound
Sound
fucking
good.
great.
Yeah, I thought it was a great listening as well. So shout out to the Carolina Royal Ravens. And then we get into the second map. Wanted to bring the first round up. Sam, this is when LAG went for the plant. You thought that maybe in this situation with the info that they had, they probably should have planted for their side and maybe done something different here. What do you think, Sam?
Can you run to the beginning of the round?
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually pay attention to the very beginning of the round. I was curious what info LAG had when they got to the bomb.
I think Adam, he feels the pressure here, and then they walk
So they don't
up
see
B.
shit.
Well, Adam saw something. Adam,
Yeah, no,
Adam
I'm
knew.
so saying Adam sees something. I'm talking about his teammates.
Yeah,
so
they
in
don't
this,
see
like,
anything. It's
if Adam's
quiet.
gonna get pushed out this heavy, like he's probably calling out tax and like how many people he sees and like that.
Yeah.
Like Carolina's gonna try to take your side of the map in this situation. I feel like they need to be more proactive on taking their side, like planning for Eskies, planning for Zig, and taking space on the map. But instead, you see what happens. They get traded out, and now they're in a situation where they planted for their side of the map, but they're forced to defensive side. So in order to check the bomb, I talk about it all the time. You're forcing yourself to get info is a gunfight.
Yeah.
Instead of just being able to throw a shoulder or get any like safe info. So you see what
Especially-
Fame does
They
here. He
fucked
has to sprint
themselves
out
here.
mid and check
Yeah.
the fucking bomb and dies.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Especially once you're in a 3v4, because the trades are not in your favor unless someone rips a fucking two-piece. So then when when that breaks down, you're stuck in a setup where two guys are on one side, one guy's on another. Yeah, if Diamond Con gets 2 fucking kills, great. You have a 3v2. Eric finesses, you win this. But instead now it's a 3v2, and it's really hard for these guys on the Sasuke side to really, kind
Yeah,
of stop
they're
the bomb plan.
screwed here.
I also don't really like where Adam went to go play info off the rip of the round. If your play is to get information on that side of the map, you need to run to the police car and
Yeah.
play that Godhead glitch and play the info, and then your escape is the side door.
You can't see
Like, or-
anything from there, I feel.
You go boxes and you see nothing. So I'm sure he still like kind of knew that there was people around him, but he didn't really know how many were about to push through. When if he played that police car, like he probably gets away, but also he's got a Godhead glitch. He stalls the fuck out of them on
Yeah.
that police car.
Might be able to get a kill before he hops on out of there, too, if
Or,
they're just all running out.
or Kiss is back up to number 4 and play dudes. If you're trying to push your P5 and take your side in this post plan, at least then be able to, like force the combo across the map. But I agree with you. He just put himself in a tough one and done at best spot.
Yeah, and then in the beginning of this game, and Carolina went up 4-1 in this one. They were just running it down, to be honest. The first 3 rounds, just running at them. These rounds were super quick. But then LAG, they started to mount the comeback. We go into the 1-4 round. I think this is where the trolling started from Carolina. I mean, you can see LAG, they're trying to make a play. Gwyn's going fucking nuts. He tries jumping in challenge. Then TJ ends up challenging. They had a free A plan here. I thought maybe they could have made something more out of this.
This seemed like a heat check round. I can't lie.
This was a heat check, right, Sam? This was
this seemed like a heat. Like they were feeling themselves. They won first map. They're up 4-1. Like
they were
seemed
running
more
at
like a
too.
heat check than anything.
Yeah, they needed a heat check.
You see what Gwyn said in the chat, blocking out GG's, bro.
He said that he went rogue right there. And again, like the last 3 rounds prior to this, Carolina just ran at him. So
they steamrolled him.
That's probably why they were chowing like that. But that's pretty much where things start to unfold and the comeback starts to happen. They go a little rogue. LAG come in hot with the retake. And then we go into the 2-4 round here. I don't know why the quality looks like that. Bear with me here, guys. Let me up the quality. That looked like fucking shit. And then we go into the 2-4 round, and LAG, they decide to go over and to A. They get a free 8 plant here. And this is the difference, right? Carolina, this is pretty much what they were going for. They actually double boxes here. I don't mind that from LAG. I actually like the double boxes. I think it's a good play. They end up just kind of holding each other's hands here. They hold each other's pockets, and they end up taking care of Clay here, trying to push through. Clay would have got this kill. Maybe they would have been able to do something, but just good work from LAG. Get the bomb down, hold tight corners, and make Carolina overextend, and that's what they do. The comeback slowly mounting. Then we get to the 4-4 round. This is where, again, LAG, they try and go back to that A bomb site, but Carolina with a blind counter this round. They end up sending 2 guys over to A. They also have 2 guys over at B. Fellow was able to get a pick early in the rounds, which I think helped a lot. But you can just see how close those guys, the guys playing B are. Like, as soon as they get that info A, they can just rotate over and help real quick. This was quickly.
I love the way they played this, by the way. Like, so many times we see teams have number situations and not group and, like, play guaranteed info. I know, Ben, I think you made a comment about them having the info and, like, maybe Carolina, like, pinching through mid here. I fucking love, like, they didn't know bomb was down in this situation, but they gave LAG 0 opening for an entry. Yeah. There was no situation in which a Carolina player could die here without a trade.
Yeah.
And like time and time again, we go over number situations where people are moving too much. They're trying to do too much on the map. They throw away their lives. Like, there is no hope for LAG to win this round. None.
But especially if you think about the game plan against LAG, their preferred thing is to sit back, hold craze, and let you chow them. And to your point, like, they're not a great breaking team. They're not a great dynamic play team. And I agree with you. Like, looking back at it, like holding this and giving them nothing, what is LAG going to do?
They didn't know bomb was down. Like, it ended up working out like perfectly that the bomb was there. Yeah. But like, even if it wasn't, I still love this. Like, you're fucked.
Even if they go B and plant, you have so much. You have
just retake together.
Yeah, you just have your numbers. You just find them and trade out, and you're good to go. And then they end up winning this round. Tyler Fellow puts some shots down into them, cleans them up, and then we go to the final round of the search. And this was just what Carolina does, man. I mean,
my fellow knew bomb was down. He's him.
Oh, he knew bomb was down. Tyler Fellow, he's too wise, Sam. He's
Never
too
mind,
wise.
it's even better.
SMB Mastermind, Tyler Fellow in the chat. And in this last round here, TJ Haley just goes absolutely fucking nuts. Throws the tax down, slides the corner. There's 1 from Teej. There's 2. Adam Assault got caught with his pants down. Trades come in from Clay. 3v1 situation in 15 seconds. It all comes down to Diamond Con. And, of course, Diamond Con, he gets taken down here at the end. And Carolina end up going up 2-0 fairly quickly here. Any final thoughts on the first couple maps, gentlemen? Clinical from Carolina. I mean, it really was.
How does Assault have a mustache?
I don't know, Slay. You might need to shave it. You think that's throwing him off?
I think it is.
It's the facial hair. They got bad juju.
Yeah. You guys remember, like, App used to shave his head. Anytime he was getting shit on, he would go, like, full bald and let it grow back out.
That's hilarious.
Might be time Adam does something like that.
And then we head into the control. Now, the control was a high-rise control. It was 4 defensive wins in a row. Nobody was able to cap on offense. And then we go over to the overtime round. This 2-2 round got really mixy.
It's a Gwyn masterclass.
Yeah, so you could take a look at the lives here. LAG, it's 8-5 in the live count. Make that 8-4. Make that 7-4. Carolina, they have no lives left. And there's 7 seconds left on the clock. They already have A. I mean, I'm thinking LAG's got this in the bag. No lives left, Fellow. Fellow gets a nade kill. TJ slides in. 23 seconds, 4v3 situation. Fame slides out of blue by himself. Maybe a panic there from Fame. I felt like he had time to wait for his teammates there, try and coordinate something, but he slides out. He gets taken down. And I love the play from Tyler Fellow. Gets aggressive on the pinch. He's reading the aggression. He understands there's not a lot of time. They're cutting towards B. He's able to catch somebody in the back and it all comes down to Adam Assault. It's just they ran out of time. They didn't wait for each other there.
Yeah. I love the play by Tyler though. Tyler getting like what,
Me
2-3 kills in basically a search and destroy situation at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Typical.
I just feel like right here, like boom, they slide in, right? Boom, you're dead. 4v3 situation, you have 25 seconds, which in my opinion is plenty of fucking time to set up a push.
You saw the same shit yesterday too with Miami, right?
Yeah, like I just felt like right there, Fame just blacked out. And then even like the plays they do after, I mean, they give up blue. Tyler Fellow reads the pressure, and this just good plays from them. Carolina down numbers. They're able to clutch up at the end here in 3-0 to Los Angeles Guerrillas. I mean, guys, any final thoughts on the series? Pat, any final thoughts of the series here?
No, I mean it was close, but again, I have no faith in this LAG squad whatsoever. So I don't know. I'm at the point where I think bringing in his name's Flames, right? Flames with
Yeah,
a Z.
Flames.
Like just bring him in, bro. Like just switch something up. Like you're that bad. I don't want to see this exact roster again. And clearly the roster's crumbling. If you got Fame tweeting like the team hasn't been the same since the major when they were never good. So yeah. Let's just switch it up. When do they play next weekend? So new squad, 5 days of scrims. Get after it.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys? Sam, Chris, Pat, or Ben?
I think Carolina looked really good.
Hell no.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next series of the day. We have the new Boston Breach going up against the new Minnesota ROKKR. I mean, we've already seen ROKKR, but two new squads. They've obviously both made changes. We have Boston and Minnesota. Boston end up losing this series 2-3. ROKKR come out with the victory. Minnesota, they end up going up 2-0, and they went up 2-0 with ease. I mean, those first couple maps was not close at all. I think we all thought it was going to be a 3-0, and then Boston out of nowhere, they started to kick up. I think it started with the control. They were able to win a big offense, and then I think that kick-started their momentum into the Vista. And then, of course, this one goes all the way down to around 11 here in the last and final map. This was a banger series. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet. Pretty balanced on both ends. Sam, we'll start with you. Boston Breach versus the Minnesota ROKKR. What did you think?
What did I think? I think this belonged yesterday. This whole series was definitely
Another
a 421.
Yeah.
This one definitely should have been played yesterday. First map was a 2v4 by Minnesota. That I shout out to Lamar and Linz because Jesus Christ. Map 2, Boston's 0-6 on the map prior to this series. Granted, different team for sure. They're now 0-7 and they are 12th place in every statistical category on invasion. So that was a decision to play for sure. I think there was a couple of big clutches in that for Minnesota. And then Boston made things interesting. Map 4 was a fucking Beans legacy takeover. I have never seen a 1v4 on rotation to win the map in my life. I'm sure you have the clip.
By the way,
on mid stairs
in the middle of the
Beans
map.
is comedy,
I've never
too,
seen that shit in my life. That was a dead 100%. And then last map was a pentagram masterclass. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get there.
In the opposite,
in disaster class.
a disaster class. Yeah, a disaster. I thought you meant the other way for a second. I said,
that's what I was I was trying to. I was being sarcastic. Disaster class for sure.
Duarte, what did you think about the series?
I mean, Sam pretty much covered it. I don't really got much more to add there.
That was a good breakdown, Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really good breakdown. Very in depth.
Appreciate it.
Minnesota ROKKR definitely. They look better with their new squad. Obviously they did play Boston, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But I mean, they didn't have to play a top 4 team this weekend, so they looked better today.
Yeah, Ben, thoughts on the series?
I mean, listen. We talked a lot with Boston about their core goal was to kind of build around Snoopy, kind of get a little more speed, kind of play less structured, and I think you see kind of the downside of it in this series. I think. The S&D, it didn't seem like they really knew what they wanted to do on offense on Invasion S&D, which I don't understand how we're 6 months into the year and we only have one offensive strat, so okay. And then in the last map, and we'll talk about the round 11, just poor individual decision making, and it's hard to tell from our POV if that's just people blacking out, bad comms, but this is a very winnable series for Boston.
It's people blacking out.
The one that they had to win, if you look at their sort of remaining schedule, I think it's real tough to position Boston's in now down 20. I think 30, may soon to be 40 CDL points.
Who do they play, Ben?
They got LAG, Optic, Thieves, Toronto, and Vegas coming up. Like, I think they maybe get one of those. They really cannot go 1-6 in the split. They need to get 2 or 3 wins so they can make up some gap. Otherwise, they got to try and get top 4 in this major. Or it's it's real tough. They're not in a good spot, man. Really not.
Hey, Pat, what did you think about the series?
The most entertaining part for me in this series was Slasher's tweet after the fact.
What did he
I
tweet?
don't
I
know
didn't
if
even
you
see his tweet after
Oh,
the
you guys
fact.
didn't see it? Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
go to
think so.
Slasher's Twitter.
Let me
It's a
pull
good
it
one.
up.
It's a good one.
What he said.
Lamar got a Slasher's trade, man.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Shout
Yeah,
out,
it's trade.
shout out to Lamar, man. Look at that. It's a GA committee, Lamar and Austin. Did he delete it, Pat? He deleted it.
No,
He
no,
deleted
Austin
it?
still
Oh
reading
no, he
tweets?
replied to
Yeah, it was a
Lamar.
reply.
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
reply.
Now here it is right here. It's awesome. This is what Lamar tweeted. He said GG's Boston. We won 3-2 with the Thanos hand. And of course we got Liddy down here smoking a cigar. How you doing? Look at this guy. So he said acting like you were winning. Here it comes.
They weren't. They definitely weren't.
Yeah, Pat, any thoughts on the series besides for the tweets before we hop in and talk about
I'm
some of the
just
clips?
glad. I don't know who predicted this with me yesterday. Was it you, Tom?
I predicted ROKKR 3-1. They won 3-2,
Yeah.
but I predicted them 3-1.
Hey, all that matters is the rocker part. But
Yeah.
Gunless put out on the timeline and then got his own trade. So we
Yeah.
like that.
It's good work from Big P. He had a rough series, man. That's what you're gonna say. He had a rough series.
I don't think
Who
they
got
played
the
all
dub
day.
though? Who got the dub?
That's all that matters at the end of the day,
ROKKR,
Pat.
But ROKKR didn't listen. I thought maybe they get some personal growth from last weekend. Walking out of this series, I'm still got questions about ROKKR whether they're a bottom 4 team or not because nothing I saw here. Boston might be literally rock bottom. Now that we've seen some improvements on Miami.
LG's
I
worse.
don't know. I don't know. Well, LAG true it might be worse. But they play LAG next, so I guess we'll find out between ROKKR and
Someone's
LAG.
got to win.
Yo,
That's
hold
how it
on.
was.
Hold on. Lamar's got to work on his snap though. What was that snap?
About his snap?
Did you guys? I'll put it in the chat, bro.
We'll watch it after we get to the round 11.
Yeah, you could put it in
Tell
the
me
flank.
this-
Put it in the flank production. But
That was one of the weaker looking snaps I've ever seen.
When it comes to Boston, bro, I said P-Dog needs to step up for this roster. He stepped up, and they still couldn't get it done. They're cooked.
yeah,
It's
I was gonna.
over.
He did step up today, but
He did.
it was looking slow.
Boston is in a clean house situation if they don't do well. And I honestly, if their then responsibility is to give Doug the keys to the roster, I don't think it's gonna get any better. So
To be honest, I still think Beans is good. I know he
I
had
do
a
too.
wild clutch. I know
like
it's
Beans
not a
too.
wild take.
Nah, I
Beans
think
is
he's-
I think
definitely
he's a
good,
good
bro.
player.
That guy's good.
Regardless of how this roster shakes out, whatever this team's performance, I think Beans is still going to be even he's going to be a factor as to why this team even has a chance at winning maps. Because I think he's a good player.
Nah,
I've said this
that's
before.
facts,
He's just getting fucked.
Yeah, he's getting fucked for sure. Stanley's controller also broke apparently for 2 maps. I don't know. Apparently he couldn't slide, and his controller was all fucked up.
can we talk about this, bro? How are you, as a professional player, the one piece of equipment that you control is your controller? How are you not pulling up to every scrim, every match without your backup literally on the desk with you?
People get too
Like,
comfortable.
he had to go back to his apartment and get his backup controller. Like what? Like, okay, I mean, at least he was able to got it. They figured it out with the league. But man, like, what if you're at a tournament?
Yeah,
Sorry, my backup controller's in a hotel room. Too bad.
I
Right
agree.
next map. Like,
I agree.
geez.
You got to have a spare on you at all times.
Yeah.
It's because if your controller breaks, which I mean, controllers break, bro. It happens all the time.
100%. That's why I gotta have a backup.
Yeah. But any other thoughts of the series before we hop into some clips?
No, let's get clipping.
All right, let's hop in. So we hop into the first map. It's a Karachi hard point. This is actually where I thought was the big swing here. I thought Boston, it was going pretty back and forth the whole first rotation. Standy was obviously getting pooped on, sitting at 4-13 here. But this is where the swing happens. Lamar, he calls the streak here on the P1. They're able to get a kill. They get a clean break here on the P1. So not only are they able to soak the rest of this 15 seconds here on P1, but they also just push Boston back and are able to rotate to that P2. I mean, you can see after the break here in the streak, you can see how far away Boston are now to that P2 hard point and how much it pushes them back there. And this is kind of where Minnesota just really took this map by storm and just kind of ran away with it. So really, really good streak usage there from Lamar. If you're Boston, I think if you're trying to break this P2, I would have tried to pinch it. I would have tried to maybe go around or try and make a play. They all try to flood through front. You only have one guy going around. That's Beans.
Ben was trying to go around. Yeah, go ahead.
He cut back towards AC. I mean, they were looking at it. It's just the way they tried to break it. They tried to flood through red. I mean, how would you guys break it if you're Boston?
I don't even hate the attempt, if I'm being honest.
They're doing the right thing. It's
I
just they
really,
just
I don't
have to
even
get
hate how.
kills.
Yeah, I don't even hate the attempt.
You
If
don't
Ben
want to go.
goes,
You don't want to go. My bad, Sam. I was.
there you go. I'm just gonna say if Ben goes around, he's just gonna run into whoever's on the heady watching dump pinch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he was looking at it too. Whoever
Yeah,
was
I don't know.
there.
I really don't hate the play at all.
Yeah, who was like, yeah, Big P.
Just
He
gotta-
was
just
looking at the
gotta
pinch
use
the
your
whole time.
skill and win some gunfights. Bait switch, use your nades. Like
Yeah.
you just a bang out. You know?
This was good. The way Minnesota was able to chain the P, like break the last second of P1 and chain this P2, they were able to just like really lock down a lot of time here. So good work from Minnesota there. And then we move on to the map. This is a P5 hard point where I'm thinking, okay, Boston has a chance here. If they get a full hold on his P5, they should be good to go. But Minnesota, they end up breaking the P5 hard point by waltzing through front. I think there's a blackout from Pentagram. I don't know why he's challenging top Balk. Just stay down.
He's got
Just
a couple of them, dude.
Just make them push you. Like, just make them jump out of Balk. Make them slide out bottom. You jump at him top Balk. You give him a pick, and then you just see Big P. He's able to get control of this, and just look at how Big B keeps Boston pinned here. Boston can't cross. They can't do anything. Big P finds one. He finds two. And now you have Pentagram and P-Dog here by themselves. All four go down. It's a clean break for the Minnesota ROKKR. It's a W at this
Pentagram
point.
is the key player. If he denies top bedroom control, then the guy this can just sit on that god heady on the car, the unwall bangable car, and pretty much deny all of
Just stay
bottom
right
by
here.
himself.
You stay here. And you
Or
stay
just
tough.
at least play off the contact. Like even if
Yeah.
you play it right, as
He
soon as like he
went
starts
rogue,
peeking
bro.
to shoot somebody, like
Yeah, he trolled that, bro. All you want to do is play crossfires there. I mean, you have the rotation, you have the setup. He gave him a freebie, and the rest just collapses after that. Guy in Hill gets fucked. Minnesota uses it. Good job for Minnesota to use their numbers as well, hitting that together. But any thoughts there on the break? Sam, Ben, Pat, any thoughts there?
Nah, Nate just literally blacked out jumping into red.
blacked
Gave him a
out.
freebie. Yeah.
Not the only blackout he had this series.
That is
unfortunately.
yeah, we got more clips, but we got a couple of conversations to have about Nate throwing away his life for sure.
Yeah, there's
right.
definitely more clips. And granted, he is new to the league, so maybe he needs some more time to settle. It is a different pace, I feel, when you go
They
from.
don't have fucking time. I would say if this was, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if this-
I know, yeah, I know. Ben, but
If
I'm
this
just
was
saying.
December, I'd be like, yeah, they got time, bro. They are rock bottom in points. They threw away 10 points today that they can't throw away. Like they have to make this work and make this work now, or they will be going to Cancun very early.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Major Four.
Not Cancun, Benji. Not fucking Cancun. And then we hop in. Any final thoughts on the map one, guys?
No.
Then we
Linz
hop
and Lamar.
in. Yeah, Lindsay Lamar Masterclass. Pentagram blacked out. Then we go to the map 2. I want to start things off here in the first round. This, again, I don't understand. There's no trophies off the rip of the game. So if you're on offense, why not just use your tax, put some pressure on the map, and try and get this a...
How did Linz get in a broken, Tom?
He sprinted there off the rip.
Can we watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna rewind it all the way back. I mean, he just ran.
Let's
there.
watch the entire beginning of the round. So
Yeah,
I can
let's let it
just,
play out. This is the beginning of the round. He runs
So I
down
can
the street.
just tell you how faded they are.
Yep, he runs down. He runs literally straight down the street into Broken.
I hate these guys, bro.
Go ahead,
I
Chris. Ray.
hate this shit,
Go ahead,
bro. This is what you do. I'm gonna give you the strat for B every time to deny broken. It's not hard. This is what you do. All right, ready for this?
I'm ready for this,
Prepare
Chris.
yourselves, boys.
I'm prepared.
You have a guy on the middle of the map. Jump on the dumpster. He watches the cross mid courtyard. If he doesn't cross mid courtyard, you know the guys going B are gonna be deep. Run up the street
And hit
spam
sit there.
stuns and nades, and just get the fucking broken. Why are we fucking sitting in
Nah,
spawn?
no, Chris, I actually have a rebuttal for you. I asked Tom Gravity, because obviously he plays in challengers and all that, and I genuinely asked him because we sit on the show and we rant about round 1 offense on this map every series, and
Every
he said the
single time.
reason that teams don't like
Don't tell
doing
me
it
it's a
is the
wet van.
van underneath of
Go
treehouse.
around. You
Yeah,
have
I know. That's what he told me.
That's why.
You have time.
That's what he told me.
especially-
He said that teams don't want to fast play it because they could get counter-naded on the
You know
white
what's
van.
crazy? Especially if they don't go close courtyard. If they don't hit dark,
Bro,
you
this is
have plenty of
crazy.
time to go around the treehouse and deny broken.
Bro, it's
What the
23
fuck are
seconds
we
left on the
doing?
round, and they are yet to progress. Look, I'm
This is
skimming
the first
through
pentagram
it. Look.
blackout right here.
They're just
Watch it.
sitting here. I'm just skimming through it. They're just literally sitting here. Bro, make a play.
Tom, this is the only offensive strat.
What
they
do
have
they
on offense
do?
round.
They wait to the last 15 seconds to make a play. And what does Minnesota do when you wait the last 15 seconds? They double pinch. They just double. You ran out of time. Now look, the street's giving up. They double pinch. They break this shit down. The first round offenses Sam, we're losing years off our life watching first round offenses.
saying it for months,
We
bro.
say it every day, bro. Every fucking day.
You have a guaranteed bomb plan on B. Guaranteed.
yeah.
The
they
only
didn't-
counter to that is they could use tax as well, which 100%. But you at least can get the site control at minimum. You could
Yeah.
you literally walk up the street, and if you see a guy on cages or the tractor, you just fucking throw a frag grenade at him and kill him.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, it's
you know what's
not-
the worst part is? They don't even have a guy on their team watching cross off over the round. They're basically just guessing where the defensive
Yeah.
team went. When if you literally have a guy play that dumpster, you know exactly how many people are on each side of the map. And unless they transition late round or you give it up, you know exactly the man count on either side.
Yep.
Why do we guess? Why? What the fuck is the point of guessing?
Got to get your info.
It's free, bro.
Let's keep it pushing. Then we go into the second round. And this ended up being a 1v2 clutch here from Standy. Now, I didn't really like the play from ROKKR there to hit through dark after they had numbers. I think they were just trying to pull a quick one, but P-Dog was just all over it. He was able to
I think
find
they
two.
smoked the B cross, if I'm not
tried to
misremembering,
juke
and
it,
then
I
ran through
think.
dark. Yeah, they ran through dark after the smoke.
And then Standy, he pushes the street. He finds one. And Standy ends up getting this bomb. He ends up waiting it out to the last 5 seconds. And in the last 5 seconds, he ends up making his move. Or like 10 seconds left on the clock. He makes his move. He barely gets to the A bomb plant. You can see how stop it. He
but I'm
literally
just
gets
so
there on the
confused how
nose.
I'm just so confused how Ben played this though.
He just played the
Ben-
50-50.
He played a 50-50. Yeah. He just
I know
was,
I know he played the 50-50, but he has the whole including Palace Clause 2B, right? From where he's at.
He was- I mean, he was playing top.
Street
So,
and
so I'm
B
not, yeah, that's what I'm
cross.
saying. Like, unless he thinks that he got across already in the like ice cream, that's why he's playing the 50-50.
he knew
like,
he had bomb drop.
why
I'm pretty sure he knew bomb was dropped there.
He knew Standy was a street already. Plays the 50-50.
He probably thought Eli was going to push
this-
you dark
this-
or wrap their spawn
Yeah, this
and
is my
push around.
confusion with the 50-50. I felt like maybe with 6 seconds, you see nobody cross. Like, he's got to be A.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. To be fair, for the most part, he played this right. If you're just looking at it, how it played out, like he knew that Standy was either gonna play the kill or wait till the last second. So I'm not gonna put this on Beans. It's a 1v1.
It's a 1v1.
It's literally a 50-50, bro.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
No,
it's
no,
just like timings everywhere.
I hear you, but like my point is like
Good
when
play
you
from
wanna give
Eli,
yourself-
too.
If you know he's probably A in the 50-50, when you want to get to dark quicker and try and get timing where you're chowing him once that bomb goes down.
I
if
mean,
you
like
think
once
he's
it gets to
playing
like
last second.
12, 11
yeah,
seconds.
that's what I'm saying. Like I hear you on the, he's got to pick one bomb site or it is what it is, but don't you want to be like preaimed enough where once he's actually getting off a bomb, you've got the better
Oh,
spot.
I'm sure. But then if he does that and dies, then he just looks like a dumbass. Like I said, it's for the most part.
That's a tough situation either way. Yeah.
It's a 50-50. It's tough.
I think
it
he
works
played it
out.
fine.
It's fine. It
It's
doesn't
just-
work out. He
Eli
looks
just got
stupid.
insane timing post plant to get to the dark pinch.
Yeah, he has a couple 1v2s, couple clutches in this one. Then we go over to the third round, and this is just a retake from ROKKR. It's a plant from Boston. They get the A bomb down. There's a big gunfight going on the pinch right now between Snoopy and Big P. You can see them kind of battling it out there, and we'll take a look here and just see how the setup crumbles here for Boston. I mean, Minnesota, they decide to make plays through B Dom and through Cafe. The kills go down. Gunless finds one. He instantly hops the bomb. He gets off here. We thought that he was going to stick it for a second. He would have got it if he sticked it. But I think we all came to the conclusion that he was probably just faking the bomb defuse. So Snoopy has no choice but to run out and check it, which he does. The trades come in. I think Boston trolled this round. It was another masterclass retake for the Minnesota ROKKR. What did you guys think went wrong here for Boston? Or do you think it was just good plays from Minnesota? The fact that somebody ran through B-Dom uncontested, unseen is insane to me. But
yeah, but that's also like a product of their post plant. Like the one guy's stuck on bomb and two guys are in fucking cafe, like doing absolutely nothing. They don't even have water street control. They know a guy's getting pressured flank. Like they're just all in calf. Look, they have zero information.
yeah, no, I agree. And it was a big gunfight here from Big P. It was really good shots onto Pentagram. Pentagram wins that. Probably round looks a little bit
Like, can you
different,
back it up to when Preston dies on the truck? Because Pierce had to have like zapped Preston to kill him. He caught him sprinting.
Did he wide strafe the truck?
That's what I'm saying. He caught him like back. Like Preston trolled this.
Yeah, I don't know why
sure.
I don't know why he it looked like he was behind the fire truck but ran out. It looked like he
Because
slid out. or
Pierce
something.
getting this kill is like kind of what solidified the clutch. Like obviously he slams Pentagram off the mid tank, but like Preston dying there is pretty tough.
Yeah, no, I agreed. It was a good retake for Minnesota. Big P with the big gunfight wins there. He wins 2 big fights there to win him that round. So good plays from Gunless. Then we go into the 0-3 round. This is the 4th round. Same thing. Standy with the 1v2. He's able to find one guy onto the tank here. Then he's lifting a 1v1 again. It's Standy versus Snoop. I'll kind of skim through it. Standy again needs to get that bomb down. Needs to get the plant. Plant goes down. And then again, I just
Another
love the
50-50.
Yeah, another 50-50. Snoopy's just trying to play the 50-50. Doesn't want to run out and die. And then Eli with the big gunfight win there onto Snoop. Look, Snoop lost fucking composure there. He catches him sprinting, but MCW at range, able to take him down. Go ahead,
Hold
Chris.
on. Like, yeah, it was a 50-50, but like, where were they when Standy got the second kill? Like, where was Snoop?
I think he was pushed up already.
Can we watch it?
Yeah, I'll rewind it.
I'm not
I'll bring
misremembering.
it all the way back. The 2v2 situation here. Standy's putting. He was deep, bro. Snoopy's across the map.
Yeah, Snoopy's cross map. He's
Well,
gonna
I
get
think
this kill.
he had gotten killed Lamar. He was
Yeah, he was
team
pushed
shit
up,
Lamar,
right?
right?
Yeah. He wasn't in like a trading position or anything like that.
Yeah, I just
so
want to see what he does.
Great
yeah.
plays from Eli yet again. Just 2 1v2s, getting the bomb down in both of them, and just I love the way he played both one-on-one situations, but definitely good shots here from Eli at the end here. I think they showed a replay here. Eli actually gets caught sprinting here, but the centering comes in from Eli, and he was able to hit some nice shots here. Great shots from Eli. Maro.
Not gonna lie, I don't know how Snoopy lost that.
Yeah, he caught him
Like he
sprinting.
looks like he hit him like 7-8 times.
Just a rival at
That
range.
Rivals is horrible.
The MCW nerf. Or not the MCW nerf, the rival nerf.
Yeah, and then we go into the 04 round, and this was another pentagram blackout. You could take a look here at the A bomb site. I mean, this just doesn't make any sense to me. He's by himself, pushing a bomb site alone. He just slides out, and boom, there you go. Look at where his teammates are when he slides out. You got a guy all the way back fucking on invasion fucking A control, and you got one guy pushed all the way over towards Broken. You got a guy B Dom who's not even like working with him. I mean, what's the play call here? Pentagram
He also
try and get the bomb down.
like he smokes A street, so it kind of just negates where Preston is regardless. Like Preston's like holding this angle, and then he smokes it. So now Preston's like, oh
Smokes it
well,
here,
shit!
yeah.
Like what am I doing here?
Yeah,
And then he slides out and dies.
P-Dog doesn't even push off the smoke. I mean,
I think he's looking for the bridge peak. I
was
think he's
there
looking
no
for the guy to like
comms
maybe
there,
streak
though? What were
or
the
straight to the
comms
left.
like? What are the comms there? Like, is Pentagram calming to his team? Like, yo, I'm about to push this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if that's the case, with the smoke A street, P-Dog should be pushing up the street and, like, doing it with him. And then somebody should be, like, they should coordinate something together. It just seems like they don't have any game. There's no game plan. I almost feel like they're not communicating with each other. Which would drive me fucking nuts, to be honest. That would drive me crazy. But any thoughts on that play right there, folks?
I mean, that's the biggest lose full play we've complained about on this map since day one. So I don't know what else you want us to say.
Yeah.
We bitch about the cafe door fly out one person cheese.
And then it's a
like
4v2
November.
situation in favor of Boston. You're like, finally, they're going to win a round? No. Gunless 2 pieces on mid-tank in a 2v4 situation. 2v4 here. They go for the bomb plant. Boston, they sat back street and just let Minnesota plant the bomb here. And then you can kind of see 2v2 situation. It's Standy and Gunless by themselves. You can see Boston. They try to make a play up the street. It's Standy who ends up eyeing them. He puts some shots into P-Dog. Big P wins a big 1v1 onto Beans. 2v1 situation. Standy cleans up the kill. This one's all over. 6-0. Any
Tom, you
final
called
thoughts?
that?
Called what?
The 2v4.
I did
actually.
call it 2v4. As soon as it was a 2v4, I said, yep, 2v4 situation, and ROKKR's clutching this every day of the week. And they clutched it. Big P popped a 3-piece. You know me, Pat. Never wrong. Just early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. Then we get into the control. This is where things start to swing. Beans. They win the first defense. Boston make the defense look easy. Minnesota wasn't able to get that B point. We know it's the harder point to get. Beans waltzed through the middle of the map. He sneaks through to B. Minnesota ROKKR didn't even realize he was on B until after he got a full take. I think we were all like, Minnesota, hello, what is going on? They didn't even realize until the very last second. I don't know who from Minnesota called it, but then they're like, oh shit, Beans is here. And look at what Beans does. He wins a fight, able to stay alive. Then Pentagram's there to help him out. They're able to get a couple kills, and now you can see Pentagram gets aggressive. Beans was able to buy some time. They were able to get 2 ticks here before ultimately dying here. I think Minnesota are able to get him out. But those 2 ticks end up leading to Boston winning this offense. End up getting 2 ticks. This one goes down to the wire. And then I can scroll through the end and we can see how Boston was able to get that last tick there. But good play from Beans. Blackout from Minnesota. What was that, guys?
Yeah,
They're tunneled.
definitely tunneled.
Yeah, that looked a little fugazi. I'm not gonna lie. And then
They're not looking at the hood.
And then right here at the end, I mean, Boston, they make a play through red. They win the fights. They do a good job here. I think the only thing here is we were a little worried when Beans started going rogue. He jumped out the point and just started challenging everybody. But I think he was just trying to keep them pinned back. It wasn't that bad of a play. He able to find one, find two. And then that's obviously delays the push a little bit for Minnesota. And then Boston, they just continue to win fights here. Definitely think somebody should challenge back alley with Linz there. I think him challenging by himself kind of fucked him. And then Boston, they use their numbers. Snoopy with a big 2-piece. Last one up is going to be Lamar. And Boston's able to win this offense. They end up winning this control 3-0 after winning the next defense. Good plays coming in from Beans and the Boston boys. Go ahead, Benjay.
Also, that play Tom is obviously end up winning the round, but like, you know, there's no reason to do it, and you definitely want to hope that you don't end up making that decision in a big moment that ends up costing you a round. So a good piece of odd for Boston to go back and
yeah,
sure
it was good play from Beans too. Love the play with the sub because he usually runs an AR, but he had the sub in his hand and he snuck through and he made a play. So great play from Beans there. And then we hop into the Vista. This is a Vista hard point. This is another P3 break that comes in for Boston. Now, we talked about this yesterday. I say another P3 break because we've been talking about P3s a lot on Vista. It seems like most people are just playing around the back, which I think, again, we saw it happen with Joe Deceives yesterday where he played the chow instead of just like playing a corner and kind of having them run by him. It starts again where Standy, he chows it and he dies. And now the back just opens up and Boston just flood through the back with their numbers and break on in. It was a clinical break from Boston. I thought Minnesota fucked up that setup. I thought they made the same mistake as LA Thieves did yesterday. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Same mistake, right? Same thing.
I think it's
nail on the head.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things with this map that it may, with this P2, P3, we've seen teams play it differently on the break. I think some of it's going to come down to a little bit of game planning once you get some tape, but just reading that pressure is so key so you don't get, flipped and get kind of fucked for 2 hills straight.
Yeah, and then what happens here is Boston end up breaking this hard point here, and then they end up holding spawns. P3 to P4, they're parallel to each other. So the fact that they broke this, they were able to chain the next P3 hard point, the next P4 hard point. They were able to hold these spawns and chain these hills together, and this is what gave them a pretty fat lead early on. You can see how far back Minnesota are pushed out too. Just really good plays for Boston to work together. Work a really smooth break, and then chain these 2 hills together because this gave them a fat lead in Vista. So good plays from them there. Then I wanted to go into the listed in with the Boston Breach. Obviously, new squad. A lot of people love hearing, especially Beans, with his energy. Let's tune in and see how Boston Breach sounded here.
Push up. I'm pushing a burger. They're spawning stage. Yo, 2 of them might spawn behind us. Don't worry.
Yeah, maybe.
Go to the back. Carry P1 close spawns, not weak. Right, there's in the back. Lamar spawned behind us. Lamar did spawn behind us. There's only like one there. He's pinching your burger. He's pinching your burger.
I'm holding it.
They've been knocking up. Yes, have your back. Nice. We're looking for one, bro.
Yeah, I think he's.
Might be low, bro. I spawn out, bro. He's in the back. Have your back cross. I'm trying to play this guy, bro.
No, have your cross. He fell
off the map. We're looking for shit. Number one. He's zig. Nice. Spawning on you. Yes.
Hold it back. I back.
Yo, they could be one, okay? I have low R, okay? Mid on me, one shot. There's 2 minutes. We need to play tight. Yeah, I'm low. There's 2 minutes. I don't see anything low. They're gonna chow me, guys. I have help. I'm pulling stab. Stab one more here. The wind's weak. Close up. There's 2 guys. One more. They're both there. Nice. I'm playing the back.
I'm one shot.
I'm chow with even. I need him too. I'm about to chow. Either got set somewhere.
Watch it.
Hurry up.
Push. Stand the old.
I hear him one shot. I don't see him left. I'm pitching six. You'll be fine. You can come back left. There's 70% on me. There's 2. There's 2. There's Pillars. Lamar.
Lamar and Lynch. I'm in close.
That's only one here. He's going pillars. Last one. I'm on your pillars.
He might have hit pods. I spawned here. I'm pitching this.
Yeah, personally.
I
have your help. Pillars. He's behind me.
I'll kill him.
He's going useless. Sam Pillars. Nice, bro. I'm trying to block. Nice, bro. I'm blocking. We're good. They're spawning on
Jesus.
I am.
I need your front, Ben. I'm playing the stage window, okay? I have a trap for 1 second.
I stunned it. There's 3 minutes. I have Brian steady.
I can't help you, front.
I'm one.
I can see mine.
I have push.
Lamar's front.
I'm pushing up P3.
Lamar's front. I'm
looking for one. It's not mine.
Yeah, top 10.
Mine's weak.
I have your push. He didn't come back. I have a shot here. This is big time. Find Zen. One more front. I'm one shot.
Yo, I got
you take it top,
All right, it's going to do it for the listening here with the Boston Breach. I didn't even realize if Minnesota don't troll that P3 first rotation, I mean, this game probably looks a lot different because that P3 break led to left to a Boston chain, and they made this map pretty close after troll in the first set. But what did you guys think about the listening?
Bean's dead, dude.
I love his energy, though. I do like the energy.
I love the ARs. I can hear them.
Snoopy was quiet.
Yeah, I mean, Nate was, or Pentagram was
got
too.
The fellow comms.
Both
He's
of
got
the
fellow
subs.
comms
Yeah,
where
he
it's
does
just
that.
like
He
slow,
does.
like it's just like I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. That's
Yeah,
it.
he just
It's
gets drowned
fine.
out a little bit.
It's
I
not-
like
My
the
favorite part was
passion.
echo.
What
The
happened,
echo
Pat?
of
Yeah,
it.
the echo's good.
That was the best part about the dead.
Sam, don't you lose full though when your subs aren't talking, like as an AR players?
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm in Vanguard. We made the roster change, or not the roster change, the role
with Dylan.
change. Yeah, it's like when we switch Zach and Ken, it's like a big issue when your subs are your primary playmakers and they're running around influencing, making a lot of decisions. And if that information isn't being relayed to you, things can happen without your knowledge, and like a spawn will flip or like something weird will happen on the map. So
Yeah.
it could definitely get a little odd at times, which is why you see just like when your subs are going rogue, it's like very hard to control the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we go into later on in the map. I just really like the play here on the P5, rotating to the P5 from Pentagram. I like the route. He gets out early. He goes
Dude,
all the
this
way around the
spawn
back.
kill, Tom. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think is this a different? Okay, this is a different play. Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
there was
no,
a
you're
play
good.
in the middle of this map that I fucking absolutely loved that he made on I think it was the first P3. That actually ended up breaking down on stream, but it was random separate point when I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I can go back and find it if you want, but there's good plays right here from Pentagram and Beans. I just really like the duo work from them, just the teamwork. Pentagram, he doesn't over-chow here in the back, and he ends up staying alive, and that buys enough time for Beans to get over here, and then they're able to use their teamwork. Beans gets the streak, and then he puts some shots down into Lamar. Good work again from Pentagram picking up those trades, but you can see how Boston was able to break that. I think it starts from Pentagram, just taking the route, taking initiative, playing his life, staying alive, buying time for Beans, and they use that teamwork to break on in and push this to a third set. This is where things get fucking crazy. Boston, they lock down most of this time. We go back into another set of hard points. We're thinking that Boston's about to win it here. You only need 1 point left to go. And Minnesota, at the last second here, were able to break in. It starts with a big two-piece from Lamar. Gunless with another one. Boom, a clean 4 dead. We were all saying, surely not. And take a look how this ends up playing out. So it's going to another P2 hard point. Minnesota, they can't let Boston get a point. But Gunless finds one with a streak. Stanley and Lamar find one. There's only one guy left to kill, and it's the one and only Benjamin Beans. He finds one. He finds two. Beans stuck on the stairs, finds another one, pulls out the pistol, finds the fourth. Beans 4 pieces him. Then he dies. The streaks come in. It's White Hill. They both slide in at the same time. You can see it's an absolute battle in a hill. Lynch finds a grenade kill. Trades are going down back and forth. 2v2 situation. Make that a 1v1. Pentagram making the play again. Finds a big 2-piece there. And Boston was able to close it out. Gentlemen, any final thoughts at a map 4? That was an insane map. Beans went huge.
Yeah. I mean, Boston had spawned. If you go back and watch that clip, Boston was spawning super deep. So Ben didn't get those kills. Minnesota had a chance to get set up, watch middle. Maybe they win it, but instead Ben drags him kicking and screaming to a game 5 grit 6-star.
Yeah, and then we go into the 6-star game 5, and this is where things just start to kick up. I want to take us to the 1-1 round. This was a retake here that's coming in from Boston. I wanted to just pick your guys' brain. What did you guys think about the setup here from the Minnesota ROKKR? Because they end up kind of losing this here. You can kind of see how it ends up unfolding. Boston, they find one in the corner. It's Linz. Now it's a 4v3 situation. Snoopy's going to get aggressive. The trades come in. You can see P-Dog put some shots down into 2 of them. Beans is going to clean one up. And then Gunless. He's able to find 2. I thought Big P was about to win this for a second. With Pentagram winning that fight so close to Big P, I thought Big P was just going to stay down here instead of challenge. Like, just trying like hide. And maybe that's what he was trying to do, sitting in the water. But Pentagram, he jumps the corner, and he wins the 1-on-1 here in Boston. What a good retake. Any thoughts right there, guys?
Chris,
Terminal B-bomb. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing. They're just trapped. Like they don't really have many good spots to play here. They can sit back all they want, but all the favorable angles are from this side of the map. Once you kill that guy on the site, you just like can drag out so many players from their deep spawn, and they just get fucked.
That's exactly what we were talking about yesterday when we talked about this situation of like that's why you got to try and have middle and not just back up because you just give no layers.
You guys think Lynch should have just taken a gunfight?
Yeah.
Like he's in a
That's
one
what I was gonna
anyway.
say, Sam.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
was
he
gonna
just
say he's in
runs
a
up
tough
elbow
spot.
and just takes a fight?
Or getting Tiki and be the one watching out her and like let the ARs play range if you want.
Like you're getting cleared, bro. Like for a fact you're getting cleared here. Like I would have rather see him like run up elbow and just fight for a 2-piece or something.
Just swim or something.
Yeah, fuck it, jump in the water, bro.
Agreed. And then game goes back and forth. We go into the 3-3 round. Standy left by himself in a 1v3 situation, bomb down. Let's see how Eli ends up playing it. He's going to spot one onto Snoop, finds him. Another one there. I love the play here from Eli. By just getting in the water, swimming away, he reads the pressure from Boston. He calls the bluff. Boston could have just hopped on a point here.
But Eli, on the bomb.
He finds another one. Yeah, they're chasing him. That's what I was going to say, Chris. They're chasing him instead of just hopping on bomb. Go ahead, Chris. I see you with your hand on your head. You're losing composure.
I mean, you just said it, bro. What the fuck are we doing, baby? He can't even see the bomb.
Nah, he can't. It's behind the tiki. I don't know what they're doing. They're chasing. Good clutch from Eli. It was a phenomenal
if they're
play.
gonna give it to him, fuck yeah, great clutch.
I mean, that was just some amateur shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of them was literally in the perfect situation to stare. They were like top plat on the P3. If he just literally stands there and his teammate hops the bomb, they win the round.
You see what a bomb's planted to? They can even hop the bomb behind the bomb.
Like
You know
if
what I'm
B just stands on plat and has Pentagram hop the bomb, they win the round.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Doug's telling him after watching this?
Probably say good job. We went map 5. We're getting better.
I mean, that's really all you can say.
That's
like,
two
what are you
map
gonna say?
5
We
losses
suck?
with this
Like,
roster.
That's
They get
probably what
better.
he said. I mean, I'm just guessing. You
Yeah,
know,
but
I
as
mean,
a franchise, they're 1-4 in round 11s and 1-7 in game 5. So I mean,
Yeah.
They got 2 game 5 L's with this
This
current
team
roster now.
Has not when can you remember Boston Breach winning a big series online or LAN game 5?
I
Yeah, no
can't.
ice.
I would. What's their record? It's got to be fucking atrocious.
God.
Over
Not
3
this,
years,
bro.
I can't name a fucking series.
This is
Not
the
this.
pentagram blackout. Where
3
is he
years.
going? He's made good play. He had moments this series where he made good plays, but then he has moments where he just does this. He needs to play with his team more. He's blacked out. He's hitting down the outskirts of the map by himself. Minnesota's
driver.
sitting here like, what the fuck? A free
He's
first
the
blood.
lone man on A, bro. He's the lone man on the A site doing that.
Yeah, lone man. I mean, you're a lone man. You got to play your life, bro. Play info. Stay alive. He ends
I
up
almost
on
think
the
he
road.
did that shit on accident.
I'd rather him give up the entire site.
What he's saying,
Bro,
what do
I'm
you
not
mean
even
you did
trolling.
it?
I actually think he dolphin dived on accident. There's
y'all
no
know-
like, what is the upside to dolphin diving
y'all
there?
know how we say shots he plays for TikToks, like the TikToks he plays.
Yeah.
This guy was going for an
He might-
Instagram
he
reel.
might have.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, bro, you're an idiot.
Yeah, he said an Instagram reel, like pentagram Instagram. It's a good one, Pat. It's a real good one.
Nah,
thank you,
dude.
boss.
Is that
Thank you,
a Slaya fucking masterclass right there? Or is that a
Slay it.
CDL
It's a
pal?
Slay a
Just thought
masterclass.
of it.
I like that.
But yeah,
Okay.
they kind of see how it ends up unfolding. Pentagram gives his life away. 8 bomb sites wide open. They get the bomb down, and this is a big round. This is a 4-4 round. This round is so big. Just couldn't believe some of the things that I was seeing. You can see Boston now. They try to make a play. Lamar makes such a good play staying alive on the pinch and not over-channeling. He waits till about 25 seconds to make his move because he knows they can't sit here all day and watch the pinch. So Lamar just times it right. He doesn't over-chow, plays his time, and hits that late flank. Really good plays coming in from the Iceman Lamar. And then we get to the round 11. Oh, man. Oh, is this dumb as rocks? Let's take a look. We go into the round 11. It's a straight up A hit. Everybody from Boston's at the A site. It's a 3v4. They got 3 players from Minnesota here. You have Lamar making a late flank play, playing around that B site, around that pool area of the map. And take a look what happens here. The smoke comes in from Standy. He hits his teammate in the kneecap. And the smoke does not get into you. So it changes things up a little bit. Lynn's gonna play a corner on bomb. He goes down. Now, this is the biggest thing. Standy, he slides the corner. Both players from Boston,
All 3 players from Boston.
all 3 players are looking
And a
left.
4v3 is
Licking
crazy.
a fucking wall.
They're
dude.
all
Just-
looking left.
If a man presents his back to you, you must take it, bro.
What the?
Hey, yo!
Bro, what the fuck are these guys doing,
Everyone's
dude?
one shot doesn't want to die or something, bro. Just stand the fuck up. At least number 1 is trying. Look at Snoop. He's like looking towards their side, like.
Eli
Didn't say
finds
no, did he?
1.
It's a shot
Eli
clock
finds
violation.
Shot clock
2.
violation,
And
bro.
some people were
What?
calling a snake here on Eli. This is not a snake. That is not a snake, ladies and gentlemen. To anybody who's
up
trying to
now.
get me to throw red
my
cards out, it is not a snake. And this one ends up falling apart for the Boston Breeze. They get the first blood. They get 3v4. They all look in the same direction, and it's an absolute collapse. You see Lamar doing a little Thanos snap for his man.
Wait,
Austin,
hold on.
of
Play
course.
that snap back.
I don't even think that snap made noise, bro.
You don't think that snap made any noise, Flay?
He
It
was
was just
cold. He
complete
was
silence. Just complete
Ice
silence,
cold,
bro.
stare into the cam.
That's fucking hilarious. Look at Lamar,
The second
bro.
one was just as bad, bro.
God, dude.
Guys, any final thoughts? A lot of clips in that one. It went all the way down to a map 5. Any final thoughts on the series there, gentlemen?
I really hope these teams play each other in losers bracket at Major
man.
3 because holy shit, like I don't think either team comes out of this series feeling like they
Bro,
were
Ben,
better before
what
they
did you
started.
say at the watch party that they were gonna go Game 5, Round 11, and like trade, and no one was gonna get CDL points?
Fucking round 11 draw.
Like neither team wanted to win this shit, dude.
It's just. Listen, I get it. They both made roster changes. They're in a tricky spot, but I just think neither team has made mega progress. So we'll see what the next couple of weeks happen. But Boston's in real trouble in the standings. ROKKR actually amongst all the roster changes with their strong stage 1 and at times stage 2, they're actually decently set on points. So. Yeah, this is an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, any final thoughts,
420-esque.
Pat? Pat, any final thoughts on the Boston ROKKR series?
I mean, they're getting to Game 5, Round 11s, Tom.
Yeah, again. Here.
I mean, you got to think. The tide's got to turn at one point.
Maybe. Sometimes it never turns late. You know what I mean?
Hey, ROKKR was losing those last stage, and then 1-1, so maybe
That's true. Hey, Lamar did say that he's trying to switch that energy. He's trying to get that momentum on their side, but. Anybody else? Chris, Sam, Ben, any thoughts? You guys good?
No.
All right, Benjay, go ahead. Adri, go ahead. You got this,
so
Ben.
as you guys know, we brought on Steel Series as our partner of the show. Shout out to them. FaZe and Steel Series have joined forces to make the ultimate and best looking, like our cast here, peripheral collab in gaming. So make sure you check out the FaZe edition of the Nova 7 wireless headset, the Apex 9 mini keyboard. And the Aerox 3 wireless mouse, which I think you have, right? You said you have the Aerox
I
mouse,
love
Tom?
it. Yeah, I have the keyboard. You don't look.
Yeah, I love the keyboard too. I actually have the next thing, which is the QCK double XL heavy mouse pad. We got that last year for Major 4. So shout out to Steel Series for all of that. If you want to know where you can purchase all of this gear, you can check it out at Best Buy. Only available at Best Buy, in-store, online. So make sure you go take a look if you're looking for some new computer gear.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Steel Series. As always, command Steel Series in the chat. If you want to check out any of that stuff, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is the Arctis Nova Pro. Which one is this, Ben? They just sent this to me. Shout out to Steel Series. This is one of their newer ones. I think it's the...
Yeah.
I think it's really nice. They got like these leather ear cuffs on them, Slay. They're super soft. Highly recommend. We could probably get you guys some gear, actually. But these are the Arctis Nova Pros, I'm pretty sure.
We took orders. Everybody submitted orders, so that's all getting sorted by Steel Series. So shout out to them. So
Yeah.
see the guys, including myself, start getting some more Steel Series gear over the next few weeks. And
Yeah,
we'll
no,
obviously
they're
showcase
really
it on the show
soft
once we
and
get it.
nice. They sound really good. So shout out to Steel Series for that one to work. But let's hop into the last series of the day. I might take a rip for this series. I might.
You might have to
Oh,
put
shit.
NSFW in the title.
This
I might
one's
gotta
gonna be
do
quick.
something. This one's gonna be very
You might
quick.
have to put
this
NSFW
one
in the
is
title,
tough.
bro.
Wait, what is that? NSFW? What is
Not
that?
safe for
Not safe
work.
for work.
Oh my! I don't listen, guys. We had Atlanta FaZe go up against Toronto Ultra. We're all on the edge of our seat. We're thinking this is going to be an incredible series. We were all hyped as fuck going into this one. This one ended up being a 3-0, not even close. Atlanta FaZe, MC, shooting bodies, all three. This was a DoorDash masterclass from Atlanta FaZe. Sam, I'm going to let you kick things off. Let's scroll down
What
and
do you
take a
want
look.
me to
Oh,
say, bro?
Jesus fucking Christ.
What do you want me to say about this series, bro?
Oh, man. Sam, I need you to say something.
Dude, it looked like they were playing on the Atlanta server. Like they were playing this like LeBron in a church league. Like this was
The church league.
dude, I have never seen this level of pure unadulterated confidence in my fucking life. These guys got dominated in every aspect of the word. Like this shit was a non-competitive, boring series. Like, bro, Dilla's a 0.55, negative 30. Jamie has 7,000 damage. Simp had 7,000 damage in game 3.
Yeah.
Wait,
He has 7,500 in game
Bro.
3.
Yep.
Look at how many kills Simp got, and go back to the overall, and look how many kills Jamie got. Chris got more kills than Jamie did in the entire series in one map.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but I think this like series on the CDL stream was sponsored by Brazzers. No bullshit.
It could have been front page, front and center. Like, dude, I don't know what to say about this shit, man.
So let's talk about what I think is probably the trickiest part for Toronto is going into this series. Last time they played, FaZe obviously don't like sub-base hardpoint. We know that Toronto doesn't like high rise. So Karachi ended up being in here in the hardpoint, and FaZe kind of dumpstered them. And so this time around, Karachi was available to pick, but Toronto was actually team A in this one and took 6-star. And I don't know if you guys know the stat on Toronto this season. But in series where they take the first map, I mean, they've been super clean. Those are 18-1. But when they lose first map, they're 1-5. And the series where you get that 5 losses, series like this, where you lose that first map, the FaZe, well, then you got Rio S&D, which they have not lost a single fucking map on Rio in any mode. And then you go to Invasion Control and the best control team in the game. I think the map pull issue for Toronto with the lack of consistency they have on high rise gives them a very difficult map pull against a team like FaZe, and they got to really work on that going forward.
Yeah.
Listen, I myself was high on Toronto. I expected them to have a bounce back.
We put them in
stage
fucking
3.
like S tier in our tier list.
I'll double down on that. I expected Toronto to bounce back. They lost their auto veto and invasion hardpoint. They lost terminal search, in which they didn't really enjoy playing regardless, right? I'll double down on the take. I was absolutely wrong. I was not expecting fucking Dylan Envoy and Jamie Insight to be a walking 0.6 for the entirety of stage 3. Like, these guys, what a fall from grace, dude. I don't know what's going on. It's insane.
What happened to Envoy? Like, I know it's not just him, but like specifically him, he's just been having the worst performance.
He's got the medals flu, bro. Like, he's getting cooked.
Like, he's serviceable. It's not good at the other 2 modes.
Points is insane. Sam, you were reading them out before. His KD's in the last 10
I think Ronnie tweeted him, but it's like I think his last 10 he has 5.5s and nothing above a 0.7. Like, he is playing some of the worst hardpoint.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got Draza in the chat. He said Major 1 Merchants. Draza talking some shit.
Maybe, bro. But like, I don't even know what to say about this shit. It was non-competitive, dude. Like, they were legitimately running them down.
We have talked about this. Look at New York last year. You win that first event, and everybody's watching your VOD. Everybody's trying to catch up. You got to continue to innovate and push, or people are going to get past you. And it feels like right now, FaZe and Optic have gotten past Toronto, and Toronto needs to figure out as a group what they need to do to improve their map pool and catch back up to the squads, or it's going to be a lot of Sundays where they're out, in that loser semis or losers finals match and not making it to a grand final again.
Yeah, Pat, I want to move over to you. I mean, these are 2024 world champs here, Pat. Are you worried at all?
I'm not worried.
Okay.
Just like what Ben just said, did you hear what Ben's example was? Like New York last year, they come out, win the first event, and then they kind of fall off because other teams catch up. Mm-hmm. And you know what happened at the end of the year, Tom?
What happened, Slay?
New York bounced right back and won it all. So I'm not nervous. I don't think, this slump can go on for this much longer. Envoy is probably playing some of the worst COD I've ever seen him play in his entire career.
He's probably playing the worst COD I've seen him play.
Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, I think, Scrappy's still on form. Scrappy's still superstar. So that's good to see, but I think his teammates will catch up. I think they'll bounce back. I mean, the biggest thing for me right now is just FaZe have gotten better. Like, they've legitimately gotten better. And I don't want to say it was, some of my doing, Tom, but it is a coincidental timing from when I had talked about, FaZe need to be more confident and cocky and start acting like they're the best players in the
that's
CDL.
Literally when they switched. No joke.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. That's what I'm saying, Tom. It was a coincidence. But I do think FaZe has gotten better, and I think that's scary for the entire league. I think right now we might be at a top 1.
We are.
a middle 3, and then the bottom 8.
Pat, they even started shooting bodies when you said
you
that.
cannot put Optic with Toronto and New York right now, bro. I don't care. I don't care what agenda you want to push. It's not even close.
Middle 3 for me.
I don't even think that's
FaZe
close,
Optic are
bro.
top
It's like
two.
it's FaZe,
Then
and then
Optic,
Optic, and then the fucking
that's
rest.
where I would have it too. I'd
The
have it as
rest.
The rest, bro.
I would still say Toronto and New York. Are
Yeah,
better
of
than,
course, but like after that, whatever. Like I think FaZe is alone right now, just for the like, bro. They're 6-0 against Optic. Say what you want. I'm confident with Optic against the rest of the field, but I don't think you can have them in the same tier right now. But regardless, like Toronto and New York look fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
for now,
which is what we got to go on. They look horrible.
Just to talk about some clips from the match. This is kind of, I think,
clips. Teabagging.
I had a few clips. I have a few clips, but it's mainly just to show everybody what's going on. But this is what I think we all agreed during the watch party. This is where the swing happened. Going into this P5 hard point, you can see a Beezy. He dives in there. It just pretty much is a clusterfuck over here in the pool hill. Tyler's able to win a big fight in the point. FaZe wins all of the trades, and they end up getting all of this pool time. Now, Chris, I wanted to ask you, is this pool hill like really hard to break once teams are fully set up on it? Because I feel like it kind of is.
It is if the guy in the water can just stall like a decent amount,
Which he can.
especially if they get collapsed on. But yo, double water is fucking jail time. Bro.
Might as well, dude.
Doubling the water.
Might as well.
Double water's
MC and
crazy.
Zach, bro, is insane.
They're
Yeah.
going to
Might as
help with
well.
that. Like,
That is hell.
And
Like,
then you can kind of see how this transitions. Now look at what happens here on the transition from the pool
Look at this
hill
angle,
over to the
bro.
He starts
P1.
drowning. He holds his bitch for so long. He starts drowning.
Bro,
He's
that's
like,
what
oh
I'm
shit.
saying. It's crazy,
Yo,
bro.
I
You can
don't
stay
know-
under
I
there.
don't
They
know-
have to limit that time of how long you can stay under the water,
You
bro.
know what's crazy? I don't know if the HP is like actually accurate with like damage taken like perfectly. I don't think like, you know, it says he starts drowning. It's like his like screen starts ticking. So he doesn't take damage, at least according to the HUD of the CDL. That's kind of cheese, bro. I'm not gonna lie. As soon
It
as
is
you start
cheese.
drowning, you should start taking damage. So that way, like, if you hold it long enough, you're like one shot.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
fact that he's not taking damage when holding his breath this long is criminal.
And they shouldn't even be able to hold their breath that long. The time should be cut in half.
That too. Yeah.
But I want us to take a look at the transition here. Look at the transition from FaZe from this P5 to P1. It starts with Simp. He takes the long route. The flips come in as well. Simp's able to find one. Abizi's able to find one. Draz is able to find one. They're able to funnel all of Toronto through poolside again. And it's just like the way they were able to chain that hill, this is where they just ran away with the map. Just think this was the biggest swing mode we can all agree here in the map one. I don't think you guys have any thoughts on the map one. Any thoughts?
I have no thoughts on this series.
no, they got,
I
they got
have
slammed
not
back
the
on
series
second-
either, bro.
Yeah,
This
they
is a
got slammed back
cooking,
on
bro.
Second rotation, like it was.
Like I don't, to be honest, like I don't think this would happen again. Like if these teams played each other more often, like more times, like in the next couple times, I don't think we're gonna have a series like this. Like I don't even know what you can like take from this.
I mean,
I'll be honest.
The only
Go
thing,
ahead, Ben.
Chris, is like the last time they played, it was also a 3-0. It wasn't a beatdown like this. It was a lot closer. But I just think Toronto's not really about fallback if they lose map one, because FaZe is going to beat them in the swing mode. And then the S&D, we've talked time and time again how bad Toronto is. Right now, I think you're seeing 3-0 and a good portion of these matchups right now against these two teams.
Bro, I need Optic to lock the fuck in. Because those guys are the only people that are even close to beating them right now. Like, granted, it's 6-0. I'm not saying they're in the same realm. They're not. But, like, at least the series are competitive, right? We got shit to talk about. Lock in, Greenwall, please, bro. Because this shit is awful. And it's the only team right now that has even played these guys close recently.
Yeah.
The last team to beat FaZe was the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
Attaboy. And we're about to start skipping their series.
That's insane. Are we getting to that point of the year where some of these teams are going to be
Yeah,
chalked?
we should be
Oh,
getting to that point of the year.
100%.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely getting to. I think eventually we're gonna get to that point where some of these teams are just completely
If
chalked.
LG play another series and don't win a map, bro, like I'm honestly we're not going over it, bro. If you do, I swear to God.
Is this when they
If they
ran
play
to
another match
everybody?
with the same
Is this when they
roster?
found
Yes,
everybody?
look what they do, Tom. Watch. They
They go to
go
every
from
single
body to
body.
body and shoot them all. And then look
Okay.
at Zach. He finds Scrap's body and unloads. He busts his fucking
He
whole
reloaded.
shit.
He reloaded.
He
to get a
reloaded
full
and just
clip.
kept going.
Yeah, I could skin through all these rounds if you want. They all look pretty much the same. FaZe just runs. And
Yo, I'm gonna
wins
be
fights.
honest. If FaZe want to take it to the next level, they got to start game chatting.
They do.
They do
MC's been
game chat.
doing that shit.
Wait, do they
see it
actually?
in the last video?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
MC was in
fucking
game chat on
major,
LAN. Why do you think?
Yeah.
Remember? Did you see the clip when AG like called him? He called him fucking a bitch or some shit when he was walking off stage.
Yeah.
He was fucking flaming him. That's because AG came out and said on stream that it was because MC was in game chat chirping, which I think is hilarious, bro. That's comedy. FaZe optic banter. I mean, these rounds are. You see how fast these rounds are ending as I'm just like skimming through them. Definitely a masterclass from FaZe. I mean, guys, as I skim through it, you guys have any final thoughts on the series? Any final thoughts?
I think this series to me, Tom, proved why Activision has given Optic the home series at champs. It's the only hope. It still won't work, but it's the only hope. I think as of right now.
Wait, so you're admitting Toronto will win 2024 champs?
No, I'm saying I think Activision believes that the only way to stop FaZe is and it still won't work, is to give Optic the home series of COD champs for the first time in 15 years.
And I got one last question for you, Pat.
Think that shit
Assuming
means
Envoy
anything.
keeps struggling, at what point do you think maybe that was not the best pickup of the season and maybe it was Draza instead?
They won a major.
I mean, I
with
still think
him.
he was the best pickup, but I don't understand. Like, the thing you got to realize is the guy they picked up is not the guy that's playing right now. Like, I don't know what budget version of Envoy this is, but this isn't the guy they picked up. So whenever he returns, we can have that conversation. But for right now, they got the off-brand Envoy because he's dropping just 0.5 after 0.5.
Great value on board.
Great value Envoy.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat, realistically, like the green wall is always pretty strong at like events when it comes to the crowd. Like, I don't really think it's gonna change much now. Like, what's the difference if they host it or not? Like, what's the difference in it?
I just think it's a tradition-breaking thing, right? Like, Activision has always hosted.
Yeah, if
and
you're looking at it
held
from that way, that's
COD champs.
Yeah, but my take on it is
No-
like
no
sometimes
team has ever hosted it.
traditions don't need to keep being traditions. Like, I just think again we talked about earlier. Like, if any team's capable of hosting
I
that
think
event and
that's
doing
one
it
that
good,
probably should. It's been one for over 10
I
years.
mean, listen, Dallas is one of the biggest cities in the country. It's a great metro.
Wait,
area, like-
don't get me wrong. I think COD champs in Texas is totally fine. That's not the
You
issue.
just don't like Optic
it's
having
it's
the
that it's an
branding to host it.
Optic branded COD champs. It's
Why?
not like
Because it's a financial. Listen, the league.
I don't
obviously
care where
probably,
the event's
I'm
at.
getting,
The event could be
I'm
in
getting
any state.
insane deja vu from the combo we
Yeah,
literally
Yeah,
had
we-
24
yeah,
hours
we
ago.
can-
It could
we
be
can
in
move
any
on, we can
state.
move on.
yeah. We don't need to talk about it. We just talked about that. That's the offense that FaZe was able to win, and then 3 defenses were won here in the control. Toronto was able to win a defense, but that's all they got. Other than that, 3 defenses. FaZe just pretty much take them to lives here in the first control offense, and it was a quick 3-0 here. I mean, not really too much to talk about in this one. We don't need to go through the clips. It doesn't look like you guys want to go through the clips, so we'll forget about that shit. But any final thoughts of the day, guys, on the weekend? Any final thoughts before we head into we're going to take like 2 or 3 community questions, then Ben can hit the
I
poll
need New
round.
York and Toronto to lock the fuck in.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
I think we all agree.
Well, we get New York FaZe next week, so if New York somehow fucking regains from whatever the fuck the last couple weekends are, maybe we can get some interesting wrinkles. But I mean, look at the schedule next week. We get Seattle, Vegas on Sunday. That one could be kind of interesting. Toronto, Carolina, maybe. But if you want to pull up the Friday slate, unfortunately,
Sleeping through my alarm.
it's another 2-match Friday we got on the cards.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yes, so they said all nice. Wait, who did 2 matches, Ben? Sorry, I was pulling up the
Well,
tweets.
I think the first one's good. It's Thieves versus Carolina, so that one's actually like okay. Like
I don't hate that actually.
then we get LAG ROKKR and
I hate that.
Thieves versus Carolina. Who do you got?
Don't hate
Thieves
that. LSU will have a new roster. They'll have Flames on the team.
No, they
you
won't.
trust them to make the change? Because I don't fucking.
They're not making a
trust them at
roster
all.
change.
All right, well,
Them
let's
boys
do
are
I don't know.
let's do predictions for the 2 matches real quick. We have LA Thieves, Carolina. Who you guys got? I'm gonna go with Carolina. I'm gonna go Carolina 3-2. I actually think Carolina's been playing pretty well. Who do you guys think?
LAT 3-2.
Chris?
I'm gonna go LAT because I think Dan Ghosty's
Flashbang.
just on another level, bro. He's a really good player, and I have faith in his squad.
Benjai.
I got LA Thieves 3-1.
Slay.
LAT as well.
So nobody's got Carolina?
Nope.
What do you
Okay.
do, Tom?
I think LAT are playing
Yeah, no. Besides
really
for
good
me,
right
I meant.
now.
Besides for
Honestly,
me.
I think this could be just a good series though, regardless. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I just picking
Um,
LAT just 'cause fuck it, but like it could go either way.
Then we got LAG going up against Minnesota. Minnesota 3-1. Who do you got, Sam?
Minnesota 3-0.
Chris?
I'm never picking LAG again. I just can't.
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's in Minnesota. I haven't picked them. I haven't picked them in a while because it was reverse jujuing and they were winning like a lot of their games when I didn't pick them.
Oh, look at Abe looking for dope
But
in his
now they're
fucking
just
chat.
they've been getting cooked.
Jesus Christ! One of the top question is roasting one of the players. Unfortunately,
I got
Simp is in,
Rocker as well.
you got Rocker, Pat.
No way.
Damn, I
Sim-
got Rocker too.
Simp is in chat. He said, "Damn, quick breakdown, quick flank." I'm like, bro, nobody can kill you. Yeah, we have nothing to talk about.
You guys talk about the Brazzers entry that you just did to him? Like, what do you want from us, bro?
bro? It's okay. Just move on.
Wait,
Do
there's
you-
no way Cowboy Hat is in your fucking chat gassing the. You're saying W question your own fucking question. Hold
It's
on, I had
it's
to call him
Cowboy's
out on
own
that
question.
bullshit.
First and foremost, thank you to
Nah, call out
everybody.
that bullshit, bro. Go
Thank you
ahead.
everybody who joined the Twitter community and asked some questions. This is the highest like question. Do you guys think COD pros are unaware that they're the problem within a team because they're blinded by ego, passion, or just collecting a paycheck?
Example assault is insane.
He did say
That'd be
example
crazy.
assault. That's fucking
I mean,
insane.
I think you can argue that as a thing with a lot of people. Like even like at points in my own career, I was definitely felt like I was like, oh, I'm not the problem. Everybody else is just a moron. So whether you agreed with that or not, most people didn't agree. Like that is very much a thing.
Yeah.
Can't speak for everybody, but that is 100% a thing.
I mean,
I
I
think
was the
it
same
depends
way,
on the
Chris.
player.
I felt like I was the same way when I was younger and first came in. I just didn't want to hear it from anybody. I just always thought I was better.
It's all about accountability, man. Like at the end of the day, yeah, like sometimes it's a team thing for a lot of teams, right? It's not just always a
Yeah.
one person thing. Sometimes people are uncomfortable. Sometimes you're making people uncomfortable. Like it goes both ways. Some people handle it differently. Some people make excuses.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Crowder used to call me some names, man, back in the day. Coach Crowder, man. We used to
Big
go
Cat's called me a
at it.
streamer word or two.
Yeah, we've Crowder's the one who I feel like taught me all that stuff. Like, take accountability, teamwork, what it takes to win. Because there's obviously a lot that goes into it. But Pat, anybody got an answer to this? Pat, you got an answer to this? Anybody else want to answer this question?
I mean, I think a lot of players are collecting a paycheck right now in this league.
100%.
100%.
You can't really
Yeah.
blame them, but 100%. It's more on the organizations and who they pick up. Right?
Ben Diddy.
Also, just knowing Adam, I doubt he's walking around thinking he doesn't have to improve, and his game is.
Oh, Adam's
perfect.
far enough along in his career. He knows exactly how he's playing.
It's a lot of these teams don't have a culture, and everybody who contributes to the culture is kind of sleepwalking through this. And it's not just players collecting a check; it's management, it's coaches, it's other players on the team allowing a environment where winning is not the focus, and everybody trying to be a mercenary.
Well,
is.
a big problem too that we don't really talk about is like it's also hard to be on a team that is just chalked, right? Like let's use Adam as an example. Like even if Adam wants to improve, blah blah blah, Adam could wake up tomorrow and be the best MW3 player in the world. His team still sucks, and his team is still gonna suck. And
That's
so,
how I felt on Seattle.
yeah. And so we have to kind of acknowledge that. And it's not just LAG, right? There are other teams in the league where it's like some of these teams are just so chalked that, like, from the offseason, the roster they put together, the situation they're in, the fact that no roster changes are coming, or it's just chalked. And it's a waiting game at this point to see who's the worst.
Granted, more often than not, Adam is playing like shit, right? Because you're using him as an example. There are times where he has good series and they still lose, and
They
nobody
played well
else is
last
playing
weekend.
well. Exactly. So, you can use him as an example all you want. There's a lot of players that are like that, but at the end of the day, bro, like I'm pretty sure most people, especially older players, are pretty self-aware in terms of like their situation, how good they are as a player, and what they need to improve on. So.
Let's move on. We got another question coming in from Matt. Thank you for the question, Cowboy. Hypothetically, next sledge game is AW2 and jetpacks return for a year. Would pros welcome the return to jetpacks? What pros would benefit the most from the switch? Players that leverage movement more, like Shotzi, for example. I'll start this one off. The pros better fucking like jetpacks. Jetpacks is fucking lit. So if they don't like it, then I don't know. But I like jetpacks, so I'd be hyped if it's jetpacks. I mean, is it do we know if it's 100% jet? We don't know, right?
No,
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 it's Gulf War game.
This
right?
is
a Gulf War game.
we're never going back to jetpacks because of the casual community. But
Yeah.
in a hypothetical
Damn.
situation, jetpacks
They didn't
would
have
be lit.
jetpacks at the Gulf War.
As long
packs,
as
packs are gone.
packs are fun, but wall
Damn.
running is fucking
gone.
cringe
Damn.
in my opinion. I
I
hate
agree.
wall running.
Wall running was ass.
Wall
I agree
running
with
is
that.
fucking
Wall running was
I don't know
lit.
what pros would get better? I think fucking FaZe and Optic would be.
Everyone that's already good at Call of Duty will
already
continue to be good at Call
Hold
of
on.
Duty.
Yeah,
Hear
that's
my-
how it
Top
always
hear-
goes.
four would probably be even better.
Yeah.
Hear my
as a
take
top
though.
four.
Hear my
Facts.
take though. So you know, like how this is kind of an argument with auto attack sprint and like movement and people getting movement for free in games where essentially movement is given to you. People that are actually good at having good movement and finesse aren't necessarily just going to all of a sudden be better because everyone has those tools and it's just an integral part of the mechanics of the game. Whereas you play games with less movement, for example, even MW2, which barely had any, and you see those players with really good movement shine way more than you would in like a game like that. For example, players like Hydra and even Shotzi at points in those games, they looked like insane because those games limited you, but they found ways around those that other players didn't. So I don't know.
What do you
Saying
guys think
some
about that
people would
take?
saying some people would get or these players would all of a sudden become better is not necessarily true because everyone has those tools now.
Agreed.
I mean,
I don't really
Take.
have anything to add to that take, but I did want to add that LAG are 2 more map losses before they tie the consecutive loss streak at 13.
That's
Okay.
tough.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd add that in there.
that's crazy. Am I the only one who likes jetpacks more than boots?
I love jetpacks. I like
Actually,
jetpacks more than boots.
Okay, a lot of people. Some people are cooking me in the chat. I just want
No,
to
I
make
like
sure
jetpacks
wasn't
more
being
than
I
boots.
mean, if you, in my opinion, if you
I don't.
compare like AW and BO3, like you can say IW, but I think IW is a watered down version of Black Ops 3. You compare AW and BO3 to the products of the games that we've had post that, like it's not even close. AW and BO3 were fucking amazing games.
BO3 is my
Maps were
favorite
good.
competitive year.
Gunfights, mechanics, all of that was good. Yeah, the only thing I never liked was wall running and kind of like what was it called, like bouncing in the air, like where you like
Like the momentum.
floating, like the floating.
Yeah.
Like I liked AW because it was consistent up and down movement. You knew how high you could jump.
Yeah,
and
that's
you would
why
fall back down.
that was same
Well,
with me.
I got a question.
The floating
Sam.
and the
Just
wall
because you had
running
like
was
thrust.
cheese,
You're about to ask me an X-defying question later on.
No. Did you like BO3 when Afterburner got banned? Because I know a lot of people
I liked
hated
it
the
regardless.
fact. So like, this is my biggest complaint about jetpacks is like I feel like they went too far. Like the Afterburner made the jetpack something entirely different. And when you think about that time era, like I can guarantee you, the developers who were making AW, making BO3, they weren't playing with scuffs or battle beavers, and so like design wise, they weren't planning for what pro players could do with that. And when you added Afterburner, like I mean, bro, you could take multiple gunfights in the air at like 40 feet, and I think that
It just
was
made
the
it
cheesy
sped
part.
up the pace of the game a lot.
I just think that was like the cheesy part where it became it's a cool mechanic to it's a broken mechanic, and they never thought about that from a design standpoint.
Yeah, because when you play with no afterburn, it makes you like be conscious of like what movement decisions you're actually making, as opposed to like
Yeah.
knowing you have an instant cooldown.
Yeah.
People got to be trolling with some of these questions, man. They're
They're
giving
always
us that
trolling, bro.
that top four. What's a top the best four from the bottom 18? Like I've
God
just seen
damn
them.
it.
Like they're trolling us for
Answer
sure.
that fucking
Four
question,
Jimbos.
man.
Those were two really good questions though. Those were the two most liked questions. Everything else was a little hectic.
Sure.
But Ben, why don't you hit us with a putt and putt us out of here? It's a lot of there's a poll
let me
coming
hit a
in.
putt. I got a nice golf stream tomorrow, so let's see if I can, get on some good vibes for that golf stream. So if it wants to tune in, 10:30 East Coast time.
I love that, Ben
Wow.
J. They got 16 million on you making the putt, and there's only 3 million on you missing. So if you miss this putt,
Hopefully ice up.
this is not going to be
It
good,
is a
ladies and
Sunday,
gentlemen.
but we are online.
It's a Sunday, but we're online. We know Ben loves it online, folks. He's got his putting mat, his putter. Let's see his magnetic golf ball. Let's see what this guy can do here. He's got that Atlanta FaZe hockey jersey on, that Atlanta FaZe hockey champions jersey, looking like $1 million from top to bottom. Slip is on. They smell like absolute shit. Let's see what this guy can do here. No.
A regular FaZe clan. Is that an Atlanta FaZe one?
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't
even
think
know.
so.
Oh, I thought it was Atlanta FaZe. Oh, regular FaZe Clan champion collab, of course. FaZe Clan champion. Fucking phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see what this guy can do. He steps up to the green. He's going to let it ride and bang. It's Ben J. Yeah, it's too easy for him. It's too fucking
Magnetic
easy.
ball.
Yeah, we're getting a new party mat. I've seen enough.
Mat. We gotta talk about it. I gotta buy that. Bro, there's a mat I want to pre-order that like lets you air pump the sides so you can make like breaking shit. But it hasn't come out yet. I want to buy that shit because it's gonna be really good.
Well, the chat's going fucking nuts, Ben J. You hit the pop on this beautiful Sunday, guys. It was a great weekend of COD. I appreciate everybody who came in hot this weekend. The energy in the chat, all the love on the videos, bro. You guys have been going nuts, bro. So just thank you for all the love as usual. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out audio sites Saran. Go follow @theflank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials. Check out ZOOMAA.gg for the merch. We got new merch that's going to be dropping on there soon. So ZOOMAA.gg. As always, take care, brush your hair, and we'll see you guys next time on another episode of The Flank, man. Take it easy.